been a really cool gym. It's always hard to tell because you don't know how good the problems are on a day-to-day basis, but when you walk in and you see problems of this quality all over the gym, because as well as the masters who have been competing yesterday in qualifiers and semis, they've also had a huge recreational category, 400 climbers today on, I think, 50 boulder problems around the gym. So there's a lot of boulders for people to try.
Today?
Today, yeah. That bit where you were sleeping in.
Was there a question in there?
No, I was just hassling you.
Okay.
How are you feeling after yesterday? So Isa competed yesterday in qualifiers and semis. You went out in 9th place, I believe?
Yeah, it was really nice. The boulders were perfect and the semi-finals were really hard for me though, but I couldn't manage the beta. I didn't know how to do 2 of the boulders, so that was pity. And my skin hurts really bad, so I'm happy that I didn't have to compete today.
Yeah, that.
So.
Right then I was up interviewing the athletes before I went out. You can see the athletes on screen being presented now. You have 6 climbers from the Netherlands there. Some of those guys you'd know really well.
I know them pretty much all really well, yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting to see them here.
Yeah, it's really nice that they're all in finals.
So, and I think of all of them, Julia, you guys have pretty much grown up together. You've climbed together against each other for years.
I know her since 8 years, I think.
Nice. How old were you when you started climbing?
8.
8, so you're...
Or 9, I don't...
9, so you're like more than a decade of climbing already.
Yeah.
There you go. So on screen now we see Mark Brand.
Don van Laren.
Don van Laren. 2 of the strong young Dutch guys next to the Dutch legend, Tim Rusa.
Yeah, he's really in a good shape.
Yeah, he's
Don
next,
as well, yeah.
Next level strong. Next to them, Alexander Worm, Roland Rugens, and then our top male qualifier. He was just incredible yesterday.
Yeah.
Mika Marwem, he was on another level. Like, how was it watching him on those problems?
It was so cool.
Like, it's a real shame we lost a couple of athletes before this event began. Sean McCall couldn't get here because his visa was being processed for Russia, so he didn't have his passport. And it clashed too closely with a training camp for Alexei Ripsov, otherwise we would have had 2 more strong males. But I think we got a superb final out of this already.
Yeah.
And so that's the lineup. The females are heading off with the guys now. They're off to look at their first boulders. So just as an IFSC format, these guys have 4 boulders, girls also have 4 boulders, and the idea, of course, is to get to the top in as few attempts as possible.
Yeah.
So you had a brief chance to look at these boulders earlier. Did they look?
Yeah, some of them look pretty hard, but some of them look doable. So, and this one, I thought this one would be hard, but.
Yeah, the feedback. I stepped in earlier with the route setters. I had a chat to them, and they described the first men's route as tricky, fingery, powerful on flat holds and with some committed moves. They described the first females route as very different in style. They said it's a slow-moving control problem on volumes where the climbers have to be really precise and hold lots of tension and really think about how they're climbing. So I'm expecting them to climb really different.
Yeah.
So you can see now they have 2 minutes per boulder problem to view, and now they're working either as a group or individually, trying to work out what to do. You can see on the left-hand side, or you can see in the last shot, Lisa and Tiba were working out the moves together, and here you can see Tim working out how to move the cameraman. So
yeah, Lisa and Tiba are in a team together. So
yeah, they share a coach.
Yeah, they share a coach.
So they'll definitely be helping out each other out a lot.
Yeah.
So Melissa Agripart there from France, really strong climber, has done really well in World Cups previously. She's finished just out of finals a couple of times. With the French system, it's really hard to maintain your place in the national team, but she looks like a climber who, in the coming years, will be back in the team, and I'm sure we'll see her at many more World Cups.
Yeah.
Okay, off to the second problem. Second problem for the woman is a devious, nasty, tough.
Very weird as well.
Yeah. We can't see it so well from this camera angle, but as they move camera angle, we'll get to see it. There is a line of kilter lowriders running up through the roof.
Very nice.
The climbers are going to be working hard. They're going to be controlling themselves. There's going to need... Basically, the route setters describe this route as an adventure. And when a route's an adventure, that means one of two things. If it's like a choose your own adventure, it means you could be disappearing into nothingness. Or if it's a good adventure, you're going to be getting to the top. And
you
these
have
girls
to
will
find
be
the
working out.
better.
There you see Eula Worm just miming through the sequences at the moment, trying to work it out. These holds are Kilter holds. Kilter is one of the sponsors here, and I actually want to give a shout out to the guys at Kilter today. This is a tough time for them. Yesterday, one of their shapers, a guy called Keith Dickey, actually passed away after a year-long fight with cancer. And he was really young, had a wife and a young family, and the cancer just came out of nowhere. But it's been really nice to see the Kilter guys stand firm behind the Dickey family, and they sell all the holds he made, and they've even released holds that he made more recently. They've taken some of his unfinished holds, got them on the market, and some of the proceeds of all the holds that he's made still go to that family, so that even though the poor guy has passed on, Kilter is looking after the family, which is something awesome.
So it was his business?
No, he was one of the setters for them. So he was out of Colorado, he was a setter at one of the gyms there, and the business actually belongs to a couple of strong folks from Boulder, Ian and Jackie, and they brought him in as a hold shaper for them. But as I said, sadly, he got a cancer scare, and the cancer scare ended up doing away with him. So next to those, the guy's problem that we didn't see so much was all volumes and is pinchy and frictiony. So this is the third one we've moved on to now, which they describe as physical crimps to slopers. So, I mean, you know yourself, if you do a lot of crimping and then have got to go open hand.
Yeah, I'm very bad at crimping. So most of the time I don't crimp. I just hold the hold, but
you just drag, you hold open hand.
I just try to.
Okay,
keep
so
on going,
you can see Don locking down on those first crimps, just feeling them out, probably wincing inside because these guys are all in skin deficit already.
Yeah,
so
I saw a lot of bleeding fingers yesterday.
I saw some horrific. So for those of you that don't know me, as I said earlier, my name is Eddie from the Circuit Climbing, and my full-time job is a photographer. And yesterday we had the opportunity to shoot from the top of a wall, and one of the young German girls was climbing, and when she grabbed the hold, she slipped, and it was a yellow hold, and she just left 3 lines of blood down the hold, one from each of her fingers in the center of her hand, and it was horrific to watch. It was grim. You just looked at that and went, oh no, you poor lass. So
I didn't try hard enough because my fingers weren't bleeding. And I'm not in finals, so yeah, that's...
So now you know.
Now I know why.
Of course, the trick is always, if you use too much skin, you got nothing left for finals.
Yeah, you have to get into those finals, right?
Yeah. And this side here, this is the females' problem, number 3. It's been described as crimps on volumes.
Ooh.
And the blue pill crimps going up a series of volumes, so again, maybe not your favourite climb if you had to do it.
No. Crimps.
So can you describe what would be going through their heads right now as they're viewing?
What?
What would be going through their heads? What would they be thinking as they're viewing right now? What will their process be?
Well, I think they will try to find the way to do it, and they will try to look at the shape of the hold and how to get to the top. Yeah.
When you were looking at boulders, do you ever look and see a way and maybe you're confused, so you try and find more than one way to the top, or do you...
Yeah, I always try to find more than one way, but yeah, you have to find the right way.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can be really hard, because when it's a very hard boulder, you don't want to give him more than 2 or 3 tries. But when you can't find the way to do it, it's super hard. Super hard.
Yeah, you can see the last woman's boulder here is on axis volumes. It's all about balance with some really committing moves. The men's is on kingdom holds, and it's big holds, and it's been described as really acrobatic. And one thing you could see there when the men were looking is, especially on their problem, they were trying to work out just how to establish the start because the holds looked ridiculously far apart.
This female boulder looks really doable. It's really my style, so I'm...
Okay, so after finals,
After finals, I
Yep.
have to put on my shoes and... no. But it looks really cool. I've never seen those holds before.
Yeah, that's some of the big new holds from from Axis, I believe. They're the new set, and they do look super, super sick. They look really... Of course, all these holds, but see the space, the span of the start of that one there, the span of M4. You can see Don there trying to work out, like, if he puts his hands on, can he kick his foot all that way out? Yep, Mark obviously can, but he's a big lad. Definitely Dutch. You Dutch people are quite tall, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. We are.
So, I think you're the tallest in Europe, or the tallest anywhere.
Yeah.
You get to see climbers up close and like never before. And my own experience as a World Cup climber is you hear the climbers, and you never hear the climbers when you're in the crowd.
Ooh.
But being that close to hear the grunts and the pain sounds and the grit, like hearing the hold slap and the shoes skate is like, it's a sensory experience. They're a tough.
Hear them scream and
I've
say
been,
bad words.
They never say bad words. I don't
Oh,
know.
I did yesterday.
Maybe it's a Dutch thing.
Yeah, sorry.
I've been at the top of a climb with Adam Ondra coming towards me, and it was actually terrifying. It was like sitting on train tracks watching the train come towards you.
Yeah.
Okay, Melissa's already off on women's one. This is the one that was described to us as being slow moving and all about control. And you can see her there. She's just on the volumes.
Whoa.
It's all about just holding tension. Next to her, Mark is off on his first attempt already. So he's going to reconsider.
Oh, this looks really good.
Yeah, Melissa's, she's doing super well. As I said, she's one of the world's strong female boulders. She's World Cup climber. She knows what she's doing. She knows, come on. Oh, taking a bit of friction off that hold, but...
Oh, this is really hard.
Oh, wow, this last move, she's going to have to find the stable position to get both hands on there. Does look like, she saves it. That's a flash.
Wow. Very
Flash,
impressive.
and Mark has already had 2 attempts on that one. So we've seen him swinging about. Looks like a hard first move. You're really throwing yourself into the corner, which is an uncomfortable position.
Yeah.
So on the women's route, the brushes get a whole lot of time. That thing will be as clean as new when they're finished with it. On the men's route, Mark's just going to get that one ready. So how long have you known Mark? He's strong youth.
4
He would have
years
been
or something. But I've seen
a year
him.
above you.
And I don't know his age, but I think 1 or 2 years above me. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's sitting up. It's just about swinging out, and I think he's going to have to get his foot. Yeah. He's going to have to stab his foot into that right wall to stop his momentum. And the route setters did say this one was about a committed move, and I've got a hunch right now that that's the committed move.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's the zone.
Yeah, Mark's a superbly strong climber. I've seen him climbing in Seoul, seen him climbing in a bunch of comps. Obviously on the Dutch team. So you can see him there in the Dutch national colours, and also got the number plate of 1 on his back. That's not a bad one.
It's always nice to have the number plate 1 on your back.
Yeah,
I only had it once in my life, and then I won. So that was really cool.
Oh, there you go. And they didn't give it to you again?
No. Still very sad about that.
I think you're going to have to
Ask.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to nicely say, guys, next time can you
Give me number
give
1,
me number
please.
1, because that definitely helps.
And I flashed every boulder in that comp. So the first try,
Yeah, you
everything
won.
with number 1. Yeah, in finals I
Yeah.
did in a second, but third. I really liked that day. Yeah. And Mark is trying again.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I really don't know that he should be going with his right foot planted and his left foot swinging. He's got to swing his left foot a long way. It's almost like he should be stepping inside with his left onto that volume and then bouncing so that he's got the momentum to get his right foot high onto the wall to oppose. I feel like he's trying to go too far with his...
Yeah.
Looking perplexed. He's got 16 seconds on the clock. He's getting ready for another attempt. We're running the 4+ rule here, so...
Oh.
Yes, we are.
Really?
Yeah, really. This is what happens if you don't tell the co-commentator.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last attempt. Yeah. See, he's not even using that hold. He's skating his foot right over it. Big leap into the corner. He'll be frustrated with that. He touched the zone a bunch of times, but it is 0 top, 0 zone on problem number 1 for Mark. Marching off into the darkness.
There we have Dawn and Lisa.
Dawn and Lisa. Lisa, for me, yesterday, I know she climbed before you competed, but that was an incredible performance from her.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone expected much because she's 14. This was her first major comp.
Yeah, but she's really strong, and sometimes she does it really good.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see her on these style of boulders because there's a lot of problem solving involved. And sometimes with a really young climber, it can be a bit overwhelming thinking around the...
Yeah.
Donna's on.
Yeah, he's going to use the second volume. He's
going to slow it down onto the second volume.
I think this is better.
No.
Never mind.
Yeah. And there we have Lisa. And Lisa's finding the body position. Get that toe in. Come on. Yeah. See, she's wearing the Mad Rock drones. The Mad Rock drones have a superb toe patch there, so she's getting lots of rubber on, lets her hold the tension. This is a really weird move. This is the one... Took Melissa a few goes
really good at jumping, so maybe...
Well, if she's really good at jumping, she better pull it out, because it's about to be...
No. I don't believe you can jump this.
No, you can't, but that was definitely a zone on her first attempt. Okay, preparing the holds, getting them brushed. Don's going to be pulling on again. This will be, I think, his 3rd attempt right now. And we might not see him, but here he is. He's got nothing on that right foot. I think these guys really have to consider their right foot placement. I do get a feeling foot position and body position on this first problem is really cruxy, and if these guys don't start thinking outside the box and starting in an uncomfortable position to get into a comfortable position, they could have screwed the pooch. They could be going backwards in life right there. Okay. Don's looking to get his toe under. No, that's not going to work. Static. There's just not quite enough on that right volume, and I think it's a little bit too low for them to stand on that all the way across. I think it's a stomp and go to the next one. Again, I'm a photographer. I last did a climbing competition, well, when this young lady wasn't born, which depresses me. So don't expect too much.
No.
Oh, no, that was a bit of defeatism there. She could have gone for the move, but it's interesting when you watch climbers and they kind of feel that they don't have it and they just let themselves fall off.
Yeah, it happens a lot. I had the same yesterday. You think you cannot hold, and then you just feel it and you think, oh, it's good, but then you're already on the ground again.
Yeah, and
it's very stupid.
It's interesting. It's something that I think, from my perception, it's something that comes to us as we get more experience as climbers, because we know our limits, and as soon as we're outside our limits, we give in.
Yeah.
And it's the thing that sets, to me, some of the exceptional climbers apart. Someone like Janja Gambret doesn't actually understand that. If she hits a hold, she can be going sideways, feet out, and she's like, yeah, I got the hold, I'll stay on.
Yeah. She's amazing.
Yeah, definitely a one-in-a-lifetime climber, that one.
Yeah.
All right, Don and Lisa both stuck on the mats right now. Don's got some tape on his leg. Do you know if that was from yesterday or?
I don't know.
kind of an interesting look.
Yeah.
He's gonna, it's defeat for Don, he's out. Of course, because we're running 4+,
He's still
Lisa's
smiling.
got one last go. Yeah, look at that. Locks in that toe hook so well every time. Going past the zone, she's already got it, so she knows she doesn't need to get it just for the points.
Oh! That was a really
And
nice
that was
attempt.
super close. I think if she had just done that earlier, as you said, she's so good at jumping,
Yeah, she's really good at jumping.
and if she had just gone for it, and this is one of those problems that probably give her sleepless nights later. She'll lie in bed, be playing that through in her head, and thinking, if I just held that hold.
I would have win.
Exactly. One.
Yeah.
So
Sorry. There we have
next
Julia
out, 2 more Dutchies.
and Tim.
Tim.
Ooh.
Julia Meyer. From Eindhoven?
Yeah.
Yep. So,
And Tim is from Rotterdam.
and Tim is from Rotterdam. Tim podiumed in Quiff last year.
Yeah, really cool.
And he just said to me earlier he is planning on doing a couple of World
Yeah,
Cups this year,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is super cool because he was amazing last year in Quiff, and I was so psyched, and I was talking to him afterwards like, dude, are you going to do World Cups? You came third in a really strong field. And he's like,
Yeah.
no. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But he's on now. Let's see. He's a really go-y climber. I think he's gonna fire in hard. I'd take my hat off, but I've got bad here. Okay, straight into the second move. Come on, Tim. Come on.
Yes.
Yes, look at that. Come on, Tim. Oh,
Yes.
yes. Oh, flash. Flash from the big man. I think he's pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that one's an important one. This problem's really hard. So, but he just, yeah, that was, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Ah, Julia's off. She's just going to consider now. This first problem, I think, really suit Melise. Coming from France, where they climb so
Yeah,
much on volumes, so much technical style,
Yes.
it's a really, just a big advantage. And
I think so
they
too.
were really at home on this. Someone like Lisa and now Julia, they've got to adapt their style a bit. They've got to think about what the setters were trying to achieve. The setters are always looking for these things to be topped, but you've got to unlock the secrets. And
Yeah.
Julia's also a little bit taller than the other two girls, so she's really getting up in that.
Yeah.
It's almost uncomfortable. It's like if she rises her body up, she's just going to ram the volume and take all the skin off her shoulder.
Yeah. We don't really have a place in the Netherlands where we can try these kind of boulders with such big volumes, and in France they do.
Yeah, makes a big difference to modern style comp climbing. Being adept on volumes and big holds. I mean, with comps, all these guys can hold small holds. We know that now. And having a line of crimps up a wall and seeing who's the strongest, it's just not that interesting anymore because they're all so strong. But having a thinking game like this, like, yeah, that's it. Come on. She can just,
Yes.
yeah, she's in a secure position now. But you can see
Tape on 3 fingers.
3 fingers already. First problem. I mean, that's definitely got to
Tape
play
on a
havoc on her
volume.
friction.
That's-
Ah.
But she has to.
I think she really just tried to hop her foot up high then, but didn't work out for her. While she's on the mats, let's have a shout out to a couple of our major sponsors. Obviously, Boulder Energiehaven, the hosts of this event, they've done an incredible job.
Yes.
Mad Rock, provider of awesome climbing shoes, so many Mad Rock athletes in the Netherlands. Nihil, local clothing brand, super popular here, super engaged with the community. Thanks to all those guys. Thanks to all the hold companies that have chipped in as well. Earlier I mentioned Kilter, then also Axis, Flathold, Blue Pill. The line is long, and it's a huge thank you to all of those guys, providing some awesome shapes and a lot of really new shapes for this competition. I know that the route setters were having a field day. It's almost a harder thing when you've got so many shapes because you're like, ooh. You got too many toys and you can only build so much Lego.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is the last attempt. She's got 4 seconds on the clock here. She can't afford to slip up. She has established zone, but she needs to get this top. Obviously enjoying life. She's seen the cameraman.
Enjoying this.
Really gets into a secure position here. Oh, look at that. See, I'm a photographer, and when I see things like this, I wish I had my camera with me right now, because that'd be beautiful photos. Oh, she's just thinking about what to do, trying to get that toe tucked. Got it now.
Come on.
Yeah, skipping the... Oh, three fingers on both hands. Oh, the tape. Oh, I feel like the guy commentating the Hindenburg disaster. Oh, the humanity, like, just knowing that her skin is falling to pieces under that tape is... Ouch, pull it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Because she saw she can...
She told she could get one hand into it. She get, yes, there we go. Oh.
I thought she had the top.
Yeah, she had the top.
Does she?
Yep. I think, maybe. It's being debated, but I think that the judge had their clipboard up, and if a judge has their clipboard up, that's normally the sign that she's got it. So I think that we're going to give her...
Typical Julia. She always does this thing.
Let's have a look one more time. Yep, that's the top to me.
Unbelievable.
That's the top to me, right on the edge of contact. Here we've got Tiba and Alex Worm. Alex Worm is a singer-songwriter. Did you know that? He is all over YouTube. If you look for him, he has his own YouTube channel. He does a bunch of songs. Really talented with guitar. Very, very diverse personalities. Accomplished singer-songwriter. He is Ninja Warrior. He was he came top of German Ninja Warrior last year.
All those climbers are ninja warriors.
All those climbers are Ninja Warriors, I know, right?
So funny.
Yep.
Tiba.
Where's Tiba out of?
She trains 5 days a week and then 2 times each day.
Yeah, so she is just climbing full time.
Yeah.
She's 19 years old. Decided climbing is her goal in life for now. And has set herself up. You'll see there she's wearing the Mad Rock Haywires. They're the new shoe from Mad Rock. Amazing technology, really cool. Oh, so close. And yeah, they've become my favorite go-to shoe going back to the Mad Rock Haywires. They are pretty awesome. So, psyched to see her wearing those. She's part of the Mad Rock team, part of the Nihil team, as you can tell by the tights as well. Got some big shoulders on her. All that training, 5 times a day, or 2 times a day, 5 times a week. Not 5 times a day, that'd be absurd. Here we go. Come on, Alex. Yeah, get your foot higher, lad. Get your foot higher. Come on. Alex is, of course, the little brother of the incredible Euler Worm. So, a superbly accomplished climber in his own right, but hasn't followed the same path as Euler into competitions. He's been far more diverse, as I said, with his music, with his studies, with his ninja worrying. Worrying? Is that a word? Worrying?
Ninja worrying.
You know what I mean if you're listening. It's close enough to it. It's a word now.
It's a word now.
It's a word now. I'm buying that one.
Tiba won last week in the Dutch
now, was that a Dutch Nationals last week, or was it just a Dutch competition?
It was a competition for the Nationals. Yeah.
Okay, so like a selection.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, and she had the zone and won. She's definitely going to be looking for that top. She's going to have a heel there. The other girls have dragged a toe. She's locking her heel in.
But it looks really...
Looks super solid, putting a lot more on her knee. She's got to pounce now. It's so much trusting this... I think she needs to flatten out that right foot. She's standing on the edge of her right foot and it's really flat on the hold. I think she needs to turn her right foot, get her heel down so she's got more shoe rubber. So when she's pushing, it's going to give her just 5 centimeters more and she's at home.
Her foot didn't slip and the foot of all the other athletes did.
Oh, Mad Rock. I saw her as a 5'10" climber. She's going to be politically quiet right now. Oh, something's happening. There's a huge cheer from down below. Oh, he's established.
Cool.
He's found a knee bar. He's trying to be fancy. I don't know if fancy pays in this game. Oh, he's trying to be very fancy. Must have spent time in France, this boy. Come on, Alex. Oh, yeah, stabs up.
Wow.
That hold. Oh, come on, buddy. Come on. Ah. That right hold he stabbed up to there, it's so blocked. It's a decent crimp, but there's holds all around it. If you're not dead accurate, you're just going to sacrifice skin. He'll be frustrated by that. I really get the feeling when Tim went across there, he just let go and swung and really just planted his foot.
Yeah.
Alex tried a little bit more control and it stymied him then, so.
4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Ooh.
Both climbers on. Ah, Alex, nope. Wasn't to be. Tiba will be looking at getting this done. This is an important one. 4 problems in finals. How does it play with your head if you don't get a problem and you know that some of the other girls have?
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, I don't know about that heel. I don't know. Come on. Ah.
Too bad.
That was Tiba
Fraction short. So you think going back into staging, obviously the climbers know how each other is done. They'll be sitting there, she'll know that there's been 2 tops on that problem and she hasn't got one. How do you regather that when you're in isolation? How do you get your headspace back?
Yeah, that's hard. But because they did see the boulders, right?
Yes,
Before.
they have viewed, yeah, they have viewed.
Well, most of the time when you did see the boulders, you know what will come next and which boulder is your style. So that
So you can reset. If you know
Yeah,
that,
you can
okay, I
reset.
looked at the second
Okay,
boulder or
this
the
was- yeah.
third boulder and it's going to suit me, then you can reset and get yourself ready. Such a treat to see Eula Worm back in action. Those of you guys that are younger, haven't been around as long, Eula was one of the absolute stars of the IFSC World Cup circuit for a long time. When she retired at the age of 24 from World Cup competition, I chatted to her. I said, how are you retiring? She's so young. And she said, I've been doing this for 8 years.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and went, okay, that's a long time. Especially for an athlete that is also at med school. She's just finished. Come on, Eula, come on.
Oh, so easy. Oh my god.
Oh, look at that. Legend in action. So easy. That's just,
Wow.
I mean, Eula Worm just finishing med school now. In April, she finishes all her classroom stuff, and she's got a year of internship. Then she will be Dr. Worm, which is incredible. Doctor, world champion, all-round awesome girl. Oh, Rollins, come on, Rollins. Rollins, such a hot or cold climber. Rollins on his day is absolutely incredible. Rollins not on his day looks kind of mortal. Looks kind of like the rest of us. But I'm hoping it's strong Rollins that comes up today because the dude is awesome on his day. Had a rough season last year of injury, not as many starts as he'd like. Has made a World Cup final before. Made a couple of World Cup finals before, in fact. I think his best is 4th or 3rd, or 5th, sorry. And he'll be looking to, come on. I just, no. Just planting that right foot is not, it's not the, no. Just no. Come on, guys, what are you thinking? Because then they're going to a side pull, which is in a slight undercling position. It's the positive part of the hold is facing slightly down, and they're going to get there, and they've got no opposition. They're toast. No, come on, think, Rollins. You got this, buddy. I'm not criticising the climbers.
No.
They could all obviously climb rings around me, but
When I look at Rollins,
but he's got it in him. He's got the ability to do this. This guy's climbed 8B outside. I said, how many have you done? He's like, only one. I've only ever tried one. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's not bad. I wouldn't mind trying an 8B and going, oh yeah, that wasn't bad. Okay, he's trying the slow way. He's opening his hips. Opening your hips. Oh, fast step there, but I think when you do that step, you've got to be high. Get that opposition. You can tell by the t-shirt, Rollins, another Mad Rock climber, also on the Nihil team. Just considering, I think it's a huge relief for these guys doing 4+ rather than 4 flat. When they do World Cups now, 4 flat,
It's very short.
it's very short, and you're so scared of blowing an attempt in the last minute because you might not have time to get back on. Now you can take a bit more time because you know if you get back on with 10, 15, oh, so close. You know if you get back on with 10 or 15 seconds to go, you've got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a weird sensation here watching on TV and hearing the roar of the crowd behind us. So, very surreal experience, but amazing viewing. I know some of the really good climbing photographers, Stitzer van Souten and Bram Birkin, will be up there right now taking photos. If you check out their Facebook page, oh, so close, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. Come on, buddy, think about it. Come on.
Run.
Run. No, totally casual. Can't read the clock to save himself.
Okay.
Oh. Come on. Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Give it up for
That's going to frustrate.
from Latvia.
Yeah.
Ah, well. As I was saying, though, a couple of amazing photographers are out there shooting this event. Make sure you go to Bram Birkin or Stitzer van Souten's Facebook pages after this. Check them out. They're going to have lots of photos up from qualifiers, semis and finals, so you can see all your favourite climbers in action. You can also see the climbs that we didn't get to see on the live stream.
There we have
This
Mika
guy.
and
Good dancer right here.
Yes, he's a really good dancer.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but you know, I'll take your word for it. So
During the whole competition, they were
nice to see you blushing in the commentary booth. So, and Jenya Kasparkova, who was incredible yesterday in semis.
Yeah,
Mika,
great.
oh,
Of course.
of course. Just and then static and controlled up.
Wow.
Come on, Mika. Foot out. Locks it down.
So easy.
That's, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do it. 2 tops, 2 flashes. So all going on, going into the next boulders between Mika and Tim Rusa. Jenya Kasparkova setting up. Scarpa climber, she's got that Drago locked into the toe hook there. Drago will be great on these volumes. It's super soft. She can really,
Oh,
Oh, you can see the frustration. Hands straight on the head there.
she topped every boulder in the semis.
The
She was
only
one.
climber,
Yeah.
only climber to top every boulder in semis. Another Nihil athlete. Strong girl from Ukraine. A lot of experience. Both of her parents are World Cup climbers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's
Wow.
second generation World Cup climber. Best result in the World Cup was in lead in Arco. She got 7th. So she's been a finalist in World Cups. She's also a superb boulderer, but things haven't quite fallen her way in the World Cups yet. But she will be looking for that to happen. All right. The traditional shoe on the inside of the pants rub. Pretty good for these guys now. In the finals, when you only 6 of you climbing, the mats have been cleaned. Normally it's not too chalky. In qualifiers yesterday,
Boy,
a lot of chalk.
a lot of chalk, yeah. Normally I don't wipe my foot on my pants because I don't like it. But yesterday I did.
Yeah. And she's setting up. Just got to get, it's all about this right foot. She's just got to get it. Oh, it's slipping. Come on. Oh.
Slipped and she stuck the move.
Sticks it. Drags in. She's excited. Second attempt.
It's always nice to see climbers being excited.
So good. I mean, these guys train so hard all the time. They put so much in. And yeah, just to see them when they get that, when it pays off is like
The
pretty
best
amazing.
feeling, yeah.
Okay, so we're off to the second problem. Second problem introduces power to the equation in a huge way. I was like, nope,
Never mind.
nope, no chance.
Oh, they're going to
Okay,
start
we are
again.
back. We are back with Mark Brand, Melise Agrippa. The clock has ticked over. They're getting ready. You can see this guy's problem here. All about the volumes. Kind of nasty when they block volumes with volumes. You really got to work hard.
Yeah.
Melise also on the big kilter lowriders. Blocked hold. She's got to get the tension. Kick her feet across.
Ooh, but
Oh, I bet she's wishing she was about 4 centimeters taller. Nah, she gets it done.
very good.
She's on fire. This
At volume, it's very good if you
Yeah.
underneath, not there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, come on, come on. Oh, and on the guy's side, Mark. Come on, Mark. Come on. Maybe needs to do an inside flag or nope, lost the foot. He's out of there.
too bad.
Elise is still. Now remember, this is the one that the route set is called an adventure.
Yes.
So when the route says, oh, look at this, gets the toe hook. No, she's going to consider here. Melise is definitely one of her shorter competitors, maybe the shortest in finals.
I think so.
Incredibly strong, but just needs to lock her butt. Yes!
Yeah.
But how's she going to get out of this? This looks...
She will manage this.
She will manage. She will manage.
I really thought she would. Too bad.
Oh, you just see the look in her eyes. She knows she gave so much and got so close. Don't know where she's from in France. I know she's been living in Paris, but I don't know if she's Parisian originally. But was part of a French team organisation for a long time. Really, yeah, I think slipping off, but I think also her body was a bit blocked under the roof there. Was unable to get her hips around. I think stopped her upwards momentum. You can see this one, really balancy, technical. Pinches on volumes. I do remember this one was called Pinches on Volumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a better body position.
Yeah.
Better body position. But how's it? Oh, no. He just adjusted and you saw his right hand just popped and he actually had time to look at it and go, oh, that's not good. So, yeah, it's when you're climbing and you're looking at your hand, you're like, something's gone wrong here because that should be on a hold. Okay, Melissa's changed shoes. She has gone to the Furias. She's wanting to go the softest, I think, of the Scarpa options. Applying some liquid chalk. A lot of these guys, you'll see, they're applying the liquid chalk not only to give them the better grip, obviously, in the next attempt, but it stops them climbing for 30 seconds or so. When you put liquid chalk on, you have to wait for that to dry.
Yeah.
So you don't throw yourself straight back at the boulder. So it's a good tactical thing to do to slow yourself down. Mark's moving well. Again,
That would be a
wide
good thing.
pinch, huge pinch. Alright, it's gone out of it now. He's going to just...
Come on, guys, cheer him on.
Okay, no. What's he going to do here? He's...
Go, Mark.
Okay, is he going to try and go up in opposition? Yeah. Oh!
Okay.
30 seconds on the clock, not too much time to lie on his back.
30 seconds.
He's got to save this. He knows he's got time. Melissa's used the clock. She's only having 2 attempts on this boulder. She knows how physical it is. Yeah. The problem is when you leave it so late, you actually get into a position where if you do have a little slip or something, you don't have time to recover. When this was the rule in World Cups, quite often you'd see these guys go with about 25 seconds on the clock. And the reason they'd go that far before the clock was if there was a tricky move at the beginning, like the wide step for her, and there was a potential of a fall, they'd have time to save it.
Yeah.
But she backed herself, she got it done. She's got the first of the big moves for her. And then this kilter hold is just so big that she's going to at the end. She can see the bottom of it's right there, but the top. Come on, Mark, one hand on. Come on, Mark. Melissa's trying to lock it down. She's trying to... No, just not enough.
Give it up for Mark.
Devastated.
Amazing.
Someone get a stretcher, drag her out of there. She's done.
It's terrible to fall off the top
That
hold.
was definitely
Yeah, it's...
You don't want that. Because it makes you tired and you didn't get any top.
Yeah, I mean, she got the zone first try. She'll be super psyched on that at least. It does give her something, but it's... Yeah.
Now we are ready to welcome
Don van Laren and Lisa Clem.
Okay, and I think Mark got the bonus first time out on that, but he definitely didn't get the top. Did get a hand to it briefly, but couldn't work out the body position. There's going to be an interesting one for young Lisa. Because you said she's good at jumping, and I think yesterday watching her, she was quite swingy and strong.
Yeah, she's strong.
That was a sign time has
Especially
started.
because she's only 14.
I was going to say, she probably weighs about as much as my left leg, so definite advantage in this sport. The Don is getting on. Gets the toe hook in. Gets the toe
Lisa
hook
has
out.
really big hands, so maybe.
Okay. I mean, she's got some guns on her for a 14-year-old. If I had guns on me like that when I was 14, too dynamic. Too dynamic.
Yeah.
Melissa really controlled that. Lisa was a little bit impulsive about it.
She made it look really easy, but
Yeah.
apparently it's not.
Kom op, Don.
Yeah.
Lisa
Don't underestimate Melissa. She's an incredible climber.
Yeah,
Boulder number 2.
The Don's off. No zone that time.
the nuns up. Yeah.
So I know he's Don, and maybe you guys don't call him the Don, but yeah,
The Don?
the Don.
No, I've never
No.
called him like that, but
Okay, well there you go.
the Don.
The Don is like a mob boss. It's like the boss.
Ah,
So you know,
Okay.
giving him
It's
a
a
bit
good name for him,
giving him a
then.
bit of street cred here.
good.
So, oh, she's turning her. She's like, nah, that
No.
didn't work. What can? This is the thinking on your feet bit here. Lisa's like, oh, drags it,
Yes.
pulls it in.
Absolutely
So
amazing.
when Melise gets the foot kicked out, she's got to think about.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, she's going all the way. She's going to be
It's going to be
super
hard to
dynamic
let
now.
go.
Oh,
Did it. Cool.
That alternative
lucky she was in Mad Rock's in. The shoe actually stuck.
That was amazing. Lisa is in the zone.
Probably get elbowed by my 510 sponsored
Come
colleague
on,
here,
guys,
but.
cheer
Kom
on.
op, Lisa.
I love watching young climbers because
There we go.
Kom op, Lisa.
sometimes they forget that they're falling off, and even though she was like falling out of that hold, she's still swinging her hand, and it just like hit the hold, and she's like, oh, I'm good now. She's eyeing up the rest. This, oh,
Allez, Lisa.
Give her a round of applause, guys. That
look
was
at that,
an
she's
amazing
tired. She's
attempt.
looking at that, she's like,
Absolutely
I don't know how much I've got to give right now.
Very impressive.
On the other hand, Don, you don't get much of a bigger pinch than like arm width.
Ja, dat is goed. Kom op.
Arm width?
Arm width, he's like pinched, like he's squeezing full compression. He's into the zone now on his second attempt. But this is the tricky bit, finding that body position to move around.
Allez, Don.
Ah,
Here, there's so much barn door
He doesn't know
potential.
what
There's
to do.
so much barn door potential. If you get both hands out on the left, then
yes.
maybe you could dyno for the guy's camera strap. You think you could dyno for the camera strap?
Dino.
Dyno, the camera strap hanging in the top.
A bit over 1 minute to go.
I don't know if it counts as en route, but you know, definitely worth a try.
And get back on. Both of them have given some serious
Minute to go.
Quite some
Lisa's brushing. It's taking another good way to get a breather, of course, is to make yourself brush the hold. Some climbers would prefer to sit and let the volunteers do it, but
One more hold. Just one.
it's nice when you got to brush your own holds because it means that you don't
Yeah.
end up with like 10 brush. Oh no, too far out. Really needs to make sure that that left hand is chalked up and grippy. If there's any slip in there, she's not going to hold that swing. You saw it drag out of a hold that time.
seconds to go. 20
So she's from the Revolt climbing team here in the Netherlands.
Yeah. It's pretty new. Before they were the West Coast Climbing and they changed their name.
Okay, yep. I'm familiar with West Coast climbing,
10
and
seconds.
she's got 10 seconds on, one go to go.
Lisa, come op, Don.
Don's also on.
Stepped into the boulder again.
Allez.
Nah, she's. Oh!
Yes.
Lisa,
Oh!
allez, Don.
Boom. She's going to be fighting the fatigue now.
Very,
She's got that
very
thumb
impressive double control of a swing.
locked out, had wide opposition, now she's in. This move was super hard for her last time. Let's see if she can get the hand down. She's trying to find a solution
Yeah,
where she could like
almost
toe hook
there.
it and then bring her
Don.
arm across. Can she? No. Don's off, so no top for Don.
Ah.
Heading back to isolation.
Oh, Lisa's going for the hell
Lisa is still
pinch.
battling out.
Oh,
Give it up for Lisa.
yep.
Amazing attempts being put in.
Welcome
here,
to
guys.
elite level climbing
Without
competitions,
further
young lady.
ado, Lisa from the
You're going to remember that one when you wake up in the morning.
heading back to isolation now. And
Yeah.
we're here on the third boulder of the evening.
Next.
Next climber out is Julia
Meyer.
Julia and
and Dutch hero himself, Tim
Tim.
Roosa.
Tim Reuser, yeah.
Sorry, I know I pronounce everything horribly.
It's okay.
I am so confused by foreign languages. I travel all the time, and all it's done is make me expertly inept. in every language under the sun, including English, pretty much.
The louder you scream, the
Okay.
better they climb. Yes!
Got a hunch that Tim's a Sportiva climber. Could be just because of the shoes
Yeah,
and the
he is.
shirt, but you know.
Demonstrate some warmth.
He is, and
Yeah.
the chalk bag as well.
And the chalk bag,
And
so.
the pants probably.
And probably, yeah, okay, so yeah, I get the point. Julia's a 5'10" climber.
Yeah, she has 5'10" pants.
Yeah. You didn't
But, no,
you didn't
chalk
bring her
bag.
the chalk bag. Come on,
No,
what's going on? Yesterday she forgot her chalk bag, so she was stealing
borrowing
Ice's
mine.
chalk bag.
Allez, Tim.
Oh, she's just not quite sure of that left hand. Is
Come up, Tim.
she gonna try and knee bar?
Julia really likes knee bar. She did it in the semifinals as well, and it worked.
Okay.
No one
Okay.
did it like that, but she did.
Okay, Tim straight into zone on his first attempt.
Yes! Come on!
It really is between Tim and Mika at the moment.
Yeah.
They both flashed the first.
Oh.
Oh!
Bit
Yeah.
over a minute has passed, enough time to rest, breathe,
Needs better liquid
reconsider,
chalk, that boy.
and
Should have tried carbon grip. Okay, is Julia gonna try the knee again? No, she's going for it this. No, she's not. She's not generating. She's too far back in the hold. She really needs to push herself up into that next hold. Looks a little bit intimidated by the length of the move.
you know, maintenance.
Not smiling as much as the first problem I see.
I think she's tired.
Yes.
I'm sure she's tired and so heavily taped.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she's feeling the pain of blood through. You know, 6 of her fingers have gone through. That's
Give it her third.
yeah. Okay.
Allez, Julia.
It's too bad that he couldn't try the last move.
Well, means we get to watch him again and see how he does. So
Allez.
That's true.
super wide compression at the start here, keeping yourself under the big volume,
Yes.
And pinching happening over here.
then transfer up into the zone.
Allez.
The audience is going crazy.
Audience is psyched. I think the audience is.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that! Oh,
Beta happening right now.
all that technique
think
stuff.
it's
I don't
going to
know.
be
And behind us, the crowd. Oh, the crowd was going absolutely mental.
Crazy beta we just saw.
That was. Julia's also on the
All
deck.
of this
She's
is happening, the
a
footwork
bit stumped by this one.
friction.
This is
There are
a-
no holds
Yeah.
on these
a
volumes.
frustrated young lady right here.
Nothing
She's like
Oh my god.
all out of options. Here's a replay of Tim. You just see trying to get that right foot pressed up into the volume in opposition. It just slowly skates off.
And he's proving it right now, being here in the finals of Dog Masters.
He's still considering. He's going, what is the secret? What do I have to do to solve this puzzle by the route setters? Somewhere to the side of the stage, the route setters are all sitting there going, come on, come on. Because the route setters want these to
Yeah.
be solved, and it's hard for them watching people get close.
Come on, Julia.
And sometimes when they see climbers go down the rabbit hole, they're like, oh no, come on.
Too hard.
Allez, Julia.
Look at that. Amazing footwork.
Ah, Julia's off.
She doesn't know what to
30
do.
seconds
Lucky
to
number
go
13.
Now.
Lucky number. Yeah.
So many components making
She hasn't quite got the sequence worked on this. She's a little bit at odds with herself
They're
here.
recharging.
I think this one she's going to find really frustrating.
10 seconds.
I'm not sure how the appeal worked out for the first problem and whether that's going to have affected her head at all. I'm assuming that it was her top that was appealed.
Yeah. I hope she got the top.
I hope she got the top. We will see.
Oh.
Ah, wrong-handed, but tried to tried to out-adventure the adventure. Okay,
Come on, Tim.
Tim's looking for the sweet spot with that left and just comes back in where he was, just like, okay, that's all that I got. He wants to get that heel in. Yeah,
There he goes with the
it's really good, but then it just stops him short of getting both hands across to the finish hold. Yeah. And what we can't see, obviously, in these images is how three-dimensional these volumes are. It's keeping him a long way out from the wall.
last attempt.
He's done.
Give him a round of applause.
He's done. He got the zone first try, but
We're ready to welcome to the stage.
That was
Alex
all she wrote.
From Germany and
Home.
okay. Next out, we have Tiba and Alexander Verm.
Let's give some time for these brushers so the holes are super clean.
Alex will be a little bit frustrated after the first problem. He was definitely close.
Yeah.
Hearing some supports from Kunststoff over
Yes,
here.
time started.
Come on, Tiba. Come on, Alex.
Tiba as well.
And Tiba, yeah, absolutely Tiba as well.
Do we have some fans from Germany?
These guys know that if they can do well on this problem, they're really back in the mix. So with Tim failing to top, Melise failing to top, any top now is incredibly valuable for these guys. So they'll know that they're still in with a chance. Tiba is super strong. She'll just, yeah, look at
Easy.
that. Easy. Holds the
She's so
swing.
strong.
She's got to keep the tension for this. Yeah, look at the angle of that drag.
Come
That's
on,
like,
Tiba, use your pick.
come on. Yeah, stabs her feet out.
Ah, nice.
Super amazing.
Trust the Haywires to do their job.
Taking her time to
She's going to
breathe
get up,
as well between.
get that toe scum in. No, she's out
Yes.
of. Okay, she's going for the white. Oh, look at that. A little bit more height than Lisa. Lisa really struggled to get her hand all the way down there. Alex on the other side. He's in that position. He's looking. Oh, one hand on. Come on, Alex.
Come up, Tiba.
Come on, Alex.
Come up.
This is so hard with the feet. Ah, there they go. There they go. So hard with the feet there. Tiba's locked herself in. She looks like she's found a good rest in there. I think she's got her knee up in that volume. She's pretty much off her hands. Really good tactic. She's got the zone.
Come up, Tiba. There we go. That is a try-hard face if I've ever seen one.
Oh, Tiba's down as well. Last move.
We've got
That last
2.5
move's a
minutes
big
to
one.
go.
I think they've really got to let their bodies come out as they go up so that their hips aren't stopping them short of getting that kilter hold for the finish. She's asking for a brush. She's not of the same school of thought as Lisa. She doesn't want someone else using all their... She doesn't want to use all her energy. She's letting someone else use theirs.
Can we see the top right there?
Yeah.
Come on.
Alex,
I think
if
it's smart.
It's very smart. Alex, if there's one thing I know about Alex's climbing,
Alex.
is he learns. He really learns. He's intuitive on routes. Oh, and then his foot slips. Thanks, dude. Just, yeah. Maybe I jinxed him. Commentator's curse. Who knows? But
Seconds to go.
plenty of time. See Bram down there. World's laziest photographer. Can't even stand up to take the photos. I don't know. So he's now pretty much left climbing to become a cycling photographer, which means he gets to sit on the back of a motorbike.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so no more hiking up hills to get the best shot. And then, of course, Jumaring up a rope or scrambling up a boulder. All right, Tiba, come on, Tiba. Yeah,
So
she's
easy.
so strong. I'm actually super impressed by Tiba.
Yeah.
I was climbing with Tiba in the US last year. After Vail World Cup, we went to Rocky Mountain National Park. Ah, Alex has one hand on. Come on, Alex. Just looking for that position.
Come on, Alex.
Just needs to. He just knows. Come on, Alex. Come on, Alex.
Come on. Yes.
Yes. Look at that.
Cool.
And the right foot was on the edge of going the whole way.
Great job,
He's
Alex.
right back in the game. Second attempt.
Well done, Alex.
Tiba.
Alex will be heading
Tiba
back
is
to
just
Utrecht.
trying to work out.
Still working
Definitely the
hard.
adventure that the route setters wanted.
Come on, Tiba.
Using all their flexibility, all their strength, and
No. What?
let's just go. Oh no.
Well,
I don't know what she was
Still
going
has
to do
time.
then, but she's got time. She's got 25 seconds on the clock. As I was saying, I was with her in Rocky Mountain National
Yeah.
Park in the middle of the year. And she was good, but she was nowhere near as strong as she is now. She's come
No.
on in leaps and bounds. I'm so impressed just how much she's brought in the last 6 or 8 months of training. It's really paid off for her.
That was some amazing strength.
Yeah, it's really nice to see.
compression And body tension
and
going.
Oh.
she's training so much
Yeah,
for so long now.
yeah. I think you were saying earlier she's training 5 days a week, 2 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So definitely putting the hard yards in. It's what you need. She wants to be part of the next generation of strong Dutch climbers on the World Cup scene.
Amazing
You guys have had some legendary climbers, Jorg Verhoeven,
Yeah.
Nikki DeLue.
Alex, you got
Okay,
And she's creating a rest.
now it's time for some new ones.
Come on.
She's like,
What am I going to do? Okay.
it's interesting. Melise really transitioned herself. Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Melise
Good try.
transitioned herself under that next one so that
Yeah.
she had that next hold with her right hand. Oh, look at that. Tiba looking at her fingers. She's She's probably bleeding now. She knows that the skin's on the way out.
Going to be headed back to isolation, where she will come back for the third try. Amazing job, Tiba.
Ah, she was pretty close, but not.
She was pretty close,
Not
but
close enough.
I don't think that was the way to
No,
solve the adventure
definitely
right
not.
there. I think she just didn't quite read the design brief on the boulder problem there.
And
If we're going to see how to do it, I got a feeling it's going to be now. Euler Worm,
I think so.
the emotion of seeing Euler Worm win World Champs on her home ground in Munich back in 2014 was one of the craziest moments of my life as a climbing photographer. She's always such a breath of fresh air. She's so much fun.
Yeah.
One of the nicest girls you can ever go climbing with. One of the nicest people, full stop, you can ever go climbing with. Like, let's see what she's got here. Let's see if she can solve this. And yeah,
Of
let me just
course.
grab that, swing around. Roland's.
Oh,
Roland's also proceeding.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
In the zone.
wow.
Both of them looking super good. Both Mad Rock climbers.
That is some new beta.
Oh, Roland's is coming around to. Oh, it wasn't as good as he had hoped.
No.
Frustration there. Euler's considering this next move. She's in the same position as Tiba was, and you can see her just thinking through, like, what. Okay, she's decided she wants to do what Melise did, and she wants to get her right hand in. So she's really trying to block that shoulder, seeing if there's enough on it. I can't remember now how Melise came into this. I think she rolled in with her right hand.
I don't
No,
remember.
she's gone, nah, stuff it, I'm gonna have to get. No, done. So much energy out of the bank
Yeah.
right there.
She still has a lot of time. So.
Still has a lot of time. She got the zone.
Give them both a round of applause.
I
The
don't-
classic Euler worm tongue.
Support.
Always tell she's happy, sad, feeling it. The tongue comes out. It's
And if
like,
she is sad or happy now. That's-
I think this is the feeling it. This is the I'm back in a climbing competition and this is brutal.
yeah. But she smiles, and I like it when people smile.
Yeah, she's amazing climber. Both of these athletes, amazing climbers. Rollins hasn't had the success yet that he's shown the potential for. He's on the verge. He has made several World Cup finals. Last year was a tough one for him, but he can bounce back. Newly married, of course, to Ukraine's best female speed climber.
What is her name?
Ella, who competed
yeah.
yesterday. So he'll be looking at combined for Olympics, as will she. This competition is part of their training for combined at the Olympics. Early season run out for them. A lot of these guys that are actively on the World Cup season now really are mixing it up, really are getting, okay, he's going for, what is he going for? I don't know what he's going for. Oh, well, whatever he's going for, it worked. Oh!
No!
Oh, at the death. So he's got a minute left on the clock, slightly more. Euler's back on. She's through the zone again. You can tell she wants to get. Yeah, she's realised now she can come under this hold.
Wow.
Oh, come on. Where's my
360?
camera? I want to be taking photos of this. This is classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think she
Nice.
needs to get this right hand into the hold.
Come on.
Yeah, there we go.
But
Get the heel out. Needs to bring her body
Yeah, she's-
around. No. Oh.
No.
And that right there is the exhausted but happy tongue.
No.
Classic Euler. We've missed this on the World Cup scene. One of the absolute stars. One of the absolute legends. She's going to wind the clock down now. Going to get back on, probably with only 5 or 6 seconds left. Rollins is doing the same on the other side. A couple of years since the 4+ rule has been in the World Cups, but these guys know what they're doing. They know how to play the game.
Yeah, I think.
Really know how to play the game. She couldn't have cut that much finer.
Yes.
Boom, boom.
So
On the other
strong.
side, Rollins probably even breathing lightly, trying to just keep that control. Yes, come on.
I think.
Come on, Rollins, come on. Just Keep those feet put. Oh no, I think it was a little bit low. You came into the bottom of it. Eula locked up under the hole, under the volume.
Yeah.
I can't tell if this yellow here is actually a good hold or if it's just blocking the base of the volume. No, she's done.
I don't
She's
think
all out of gas.
it's a good hold.
It's okay, she's a doctor. She can go back to isolation, put herself on an IV drip, get some energy back. So I don't know if that's specifically allowed. I wouldn't recommend it.
No?
No. So, you know, this is med school tactics. You learn these things.
Yeah.
So, one of my flatmates was a nurse, and whenever he'd go out for a night drinking, he'd rig up an IV in his room and cannulate himself before he went drinking, come back to the room, put the cannula in, and be rehydrated and not hungover in the morning. Probably completely illegal, but it worked. You didn't hear that, of course. This is a very highly professional live stream.
There we have.
Okay, here we have the scores. We're going into our last climber on each route, and you can see.
Nihil didn't have the bonus. Oh, he
Yeah,
didn't
no, of
try
course,
yet.
of course, Nihil hasn't tried
10
yet,
points,
so
Isa.
yeah, that's okay. This is why we're letting Isa go soon. She's
Yeah.
asleep on her feet. She is actually going to step out of the booth at the end of this problem. So I will start up quickly by saying a huge thank you to Isa for your time. It's always nice to have someone who knows the climbers, knows the climbing, and knows the pronunciations in the booth with me.
Yeah, it was
Mika's
really
all precision.
nice being here.
Yeah,
Is he going to do it?
come on. Of course he's going to do it. It's
Yeah.
Mika. Look at this. Gets in. He's looking. He's trying to see if there's anything on the top. There's no chalk up there. No one's gone there yet. He's gone for the wide trim.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
So
Oh,
easy.
look at that. That
Wow.
just reinvents the beta. Does what he wants to do. He's like, yeah, look. See, these hands are made for pinching. He's a strong guy. So Yenya on the other side, locked in. She's considering as well. She's like, how do I get into this next hold? Because she knows she needs her right hand to go up. That's the way. Nice, Yenya. Really well thought out. Oh,
I think she's going
hits
to
it
top
first
the
time. Come on. Come on, Yenya. Oh, no. So close from the strong Ukrainian. Just a little bit more campusing in the books for her.
I'm going to leave you, Eddie.
You're going to leave me. It's been a
Yes.
pleasure, young Isa. Thank you so much. I will see you afterwards.
Yes. I'm going
So-
to watch them downstairs.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, get in, front row seat, enjoy.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
See if I can even stick one move.
Yenya's just contemplating now. She knows she was on the right path. She doesn't have to rethink the boulder too much.
Yes, I understand why she has shortened it. For people like us who mispronounce it and butcher it.
It's going to take some time. This one is super power sapping for the woman. So she's going to take some time, get it done.
That's quite some results.
She's 23 years old and from Dnipro, Ukraine. She's been climbing since
Alrighty.
2004 and she has two great.
You can tell she's breathing hard. She's really used a lot of energy on that last attempt. Right now, she just wants to get herself calmed down. She wants to get a little bit of blood through the arms, through the shoulders, get that strength back. She's ready for another go here. Knows her boyfriend will be up with a camera on top of a boulder waiting for her to get to the top to get the awesome shot. So she's like, a little bit of expectation right there. Lining up, as I said earlier, Nihil athlete, Nihil being one of the local brands here in the Netherlands. Amazing clothes for climbing. Sets up, minute on the clock. Doesn't quite get into that right handhold enough.
Time brushers, do the brush. And climbers will do
Carrying a
the
chalk
climb.
bag with her. I think on this boulder problem you do have enough places that you actually can get a dab of chalk. Could be a really good idea. A lot of the time you'll see these guys aren't carrying chalk bags. Technical problems, you can get away with chalk. Pure power or dynamic problems, you're not going to chalk. But she's obviously of the belief she can get some chalk in. And she's also a superb lead climber. She's probably used to having the chalk bag on. Locks it in.
That is core control if I've ever seen it. Come
Awesome to see these kilter holds being put to good use. superb hold, the lowriders. From memory, the lowriders are a set from Jeremy Ho, who is a strong route setter out of California, also shapes for kilter. Setting up. Her beta for this next section was really, really good. She's in a bit of a rest now. She's got the knee bar, she can get some chalk on, consider the next moves. In her head, she's just visualizing that top move, visualizing hitting that hold, visualizing the top. Can she get it done?
Come on, Yenya.
Ale, Yenya.
Ale.
Yep, gets the hand into, that's right.
Ale, Yenya.
Yes.
Come on.
Nice.
Yes, Ale,
All right.
Yenya.
Come on, Jenya, come on.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, there we go, Yenya.
Hugely important top for her.
Amazing. 22
Only woman on
years
2
old,
tops.
visiting from abroad.
Super, super strong.
Coming.
She will be so psyched after that. Something like that can boost you up for the rest of the competition. You get on a roll, you know you've got 2 in the bank, you can put it out there a little bit. She's going to be super, super happy with how she's climbing. All right, we're going to reconvene. We're going to move to the third boulder problem now. Hopefully not as long a break as there was between the first and the second. We are just seeing her in celebratory mode now. Coming through to join me, all the way from London in the UK, is Duncan Botterill. He will be joining me for the second half of the competition. He's just getting mic'd up now. Super strong Mad Rock climber out of London. Skinny guy, complains he can't put on weight. Not really like me, I'm kind of the opposite, but we won't go there. Okay, we have the third problems lit. Hopefully no protests. This means we should be going straight out to the next climbers. MCs are on the mats, conferring now. Okie dokie.
All right, let's keep going on. We'll start again with Mark and Miley's.
Okay, here we go.
Here we come.
Miley's is still in this. She got a top on the first problem. She got zone on the second problem. So close to a top on the second problem. Mark's got a zone on the second problem. He'll be looking for some redemption on the third problem. Third problem for the guys. Looks strong. Mark is definitely strong. So we're going to see him in action. Let's see if he can unlock this. And Melissa's just considering these moves one more time. Okay, we've just lost our signal here in the commentary booth for a second.
Guys, the signal.
So I'm just passing back to the stream crew that I can't see anything right now. They will come and rectify that.
Amazing. Come on, Miley. Come on.
So
Come on.
Melissa's in action right now. I can hear her, and there she is.
Ale.
Turned around in the wall, looking strong.
Fingers. Right there.
That's kind of cool because it's really hard to commentate by sound of the climbers behind your head alone.
I think that's probably one of the trickiest things to go by.
Yeah, definitely a trick. Oh, Melissa's just unwound there and just missed the hold, I think, a bit with her left. She was already falling out of it. So I'm joined by Duncan from the UK. You excited to be here?
Yeah, definitely. It's been an awesome comp so far. So,
how did you feel yesterday?
Yesterday's qualification boulders were tough. They were
brutal.
Extremely comp style. I think probably the hardest moves were probably some of the first ones. So even getting onto the problem was hard enough.
Some of the qualifying problems yesterday, you only had 5 attempts per problem, and sometimes establishing on the problem was brutally hard.
Possibly some of the hardest moves were the first move to get onto the problem, which is a little bit demotivating when you're running on 5 attempts.
Yeah, exactly. And you tried again today. You climbed in Recreational, which is an option you guys had from Masters. You had 50 boulders to do?
Yep, 50 to get, and that included quite a lot of the qualification ones from yesterday, so we got to try again the men's ones and the women's ones, which was really fun. The women's qualification boulders from yesterday were great fun, especially trying them today. Much more progressive, much more, like you can get established in them a lot more.
Yep. Okay.
I think
right now what we're starting to see, I don't know how it was like down there, but are you seeing that the climbers are in skin deficit? You think they're really starting to struggle, or?
I'm not so sure yet. I don't know. The first few problems were, I don't know how much skin they lost on them. They weren't super slippy. There wasn't many big throwing moves, so I think hopefully, I know they're new holds, they are rough, but hopefully they're not lacking too much skin. And these two problems are fairly basic. I think they're just brute power pulling problems.
Oh.
So hopefully.
Yeah. And something like just happened to Melise there. That's when you lose the skin. When your hand just blows off like that. And she's straight to the liquid chalk. She's going to have a breather now. She's going to get chalked up.
But it's definitely warming up down there as well, which is not helping.
It's really warm from the crowd.
It's getting warmer.
Yeah. And that's always a tough thing with any competition in an enclosed space, is that venues get really hot. When you're climbing and you're looking for ideal competitions, you're looking for cold conditions. But if you pack 600-700 people in a hall,
well, each person is giving out a different amount of temperature. It's gonna heat up fairly soon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to get really warm. I know, for instance, in Meiringen, the last couple of years, which is held in a big hall, and you get 2,000 people, give or take, in there for the World Cup. And it can be 10 or 12 degrees outside, and it can be 25 degrees inside. And climbing hard climbs in 25 degrees is just nasty feeling.
And especially when they've sat and tested them, they've probably tested them when there's very few people in the gym, so the conditions can be completely different. So
that is 100% true. It's one of the big things that we get as feedback from the setters afterwards. Okay, Melise is just looking. She swapped her beta up here. Last time she was other hand. Oh, look at that. Yep. Last time she was left hand on the zone. This time she was right. Last time she was right hand on the zone. This time she was left hand. Spanned it out. She's up onto the volume. But now she's got to work out. She needs to match up this one, and I think she's working out whether she can hold the volume and just pop in. Yep, she's trying. Yep, gets it. Thumb under the volume for opposition. Come on, Melise. Yes. Gets the heel hook in, gets the match. Superb effort there. I think that was a third attempt. Okay. And Mark didn't get the top on men's free, so now we're going to go out to the second climbers. Now it's interesting the hand slap she did there. I don't know. Get away with it here, but you've got to be really careful in the World Cup. You have to show control with both hands. More than once I've seen a really strong climber called down because they get one hand on the top and they do the old celebratory clap, clap, clap.
Yep.
And the judges are like, but you never showed control with both hands. It's always been a slightly contentious rule because to me you must have control if you're clapping away madly. But
I guess the rules are the rules.
The rules are the rules, and to avoid the grey area, they say you have to have
Make sure you get those
both.
3 seconds in before you start clapping at least.
Exactly. Well, it doesn't have to be 3 seconds. That's actually a common misnomer.
Okay.
It just has to be control. The reason I think they say 3 seconds is when you're coaching juniors,
it feels like it's in control.
When you're coaching juniors, you want them to sort of count it out in their head. So you say 3 seconds, and they do that. And quite often you'll hear commentators say, oh, they didn't get the top, they didn't match for 3 seconds. No requirement to match for 3 seconds, you only need to show control.
I guess it's just to be safe in the end.
It's just to be safe. Okay. Lisa, young climber, definitely looking fatigued on the second problem. She's really trying to throw that toe in and not really getting it where she needed it. She needed to be, I think, a little bit more left on the volume.
Especially after doing the one before that, which was so physical for the women.
So physical for women. She's used a lot of energy. Don, this is a physical one for the men now. The men are really rotating hard when they come through this move, and they're going to have to control the swing with their body doing a bit of a corkscrew beneath them.
I think the interesting thing about this one for the men as well is looking at it from before is really, there's no trick shot involved in it. It is pure basic power.
Yeah.
Like, there is no trick, jump, toe catch. You've just got to pull really hard on not very good holds.
Yeah. And this one was described to me by the route setters as physical crimps to slopers, which we all know is a nasty combination because you burn your arms on the pinch, crimps, and then you've got to open your hands for the slopers. It can be really...
Yep. And by the time you get to those slopers, that chalk's not going to be there anymore on those fingers, and it's going to make life even harder.
Exactly. Lisa's on the ground again. Don is in... Come on. Oh, look at that.
Shoulders.
A little bit of a look back. Come on. Come on, Don. Oh,
One move further.
I really think there's not as much as I'd want on that left foot there. If there's any sort of hold, I'd be able to roll over it, but they're just standing onto the volume.
Sure.
And as they're rolling onto that right shoulder to get the extension, that volume just gets worse and worse and worse.
Speaking to the route setters just before I came up here, and they said they've been toying with that red problem and adding feet and taking feet off when they're setting it, just because they didn't really know how hard they wanted it to be at this stage in the competition. So
It's always the hardest thing as a route setter because you're dealing with fatigued climbers.
and you've got to guess who's going to be in the finals, and for some of them, like, there's a few competitors who they thought might be here who haven't turned up, so
Yeah.
they potentially they'll have set like before they knew the final start list. So
Exactly, because in any competition you start by setting the finals, and
when you're expecting some even stronger
that's-
climbers to be here,
because the climbers are all stronger than the setters, so you want to set the set the finals when the setters are at their freshest.
yeah, for sure.
But then you find out that, as I was saying earlier, Sean McCall's couldn't make it. Gigi couldn't make it. Alexei Rupsov couldn't make it. So it did sort of change up the men's field a bit. In the women's, Melanie Sandoz couldn't make it. Everyone else pretty much on the dance card is there. But yeah, you see here, Don, he's just squidging that foot onto the volume, and
The shoulders are just looking tired as well. It's not.
yeah.
You can see every time he's putting onto those holds. They're not great holds, but you've really got to engage those muscles to keep the body tension in.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Lisa hits zone. She managed to get that toe hook to stick this time, but she's out of. Looks like she's a little bit out of trick. She's a younger climber. She's less mature. She doesn't have the competition experience of these other guys, and the experience maybe on climbing on really volume-centric climbs. And so she's having to think a lot outside of what she's maybe used to. And look at Don's got that first move dialed now. Don will be back here. He'll probably want to try that boulder again. Lisa's out. She's done. She looks cooked. Yeah, Don hits it. Don is in the zone. Now it's sloper time. And nope. But Don will be psyched on that. He gets the zone.
You think these boulders are staying up for a week or so after?
I believe these boulders are staying up, plus all the boulders from Recreational are staying up.
So you can come out and try them if you're in the
I
area?
think if you are Dutch or if you're in the area, you should definitely get out and try these. The ones I saw yesterday, it's a real shame the semis obviously had to be taken down for finals because it was a superb set. It's also a real shame for these guys that you guys didn't get to see it on the live stream. So here we go. Mika in the lead, two tops, both flashes. Tim and Alex both in the hunt with one top. Obviously big advantage for Tim there having the flash. After that it all comes down to zone. So Don will have jumped up because Don's on 2 zones now. In the woman,
A bit more open, isn't it?
yeah, it's close. Yenya I think definitely in the hunt still. Yulia definitely in the hunt still. Big disappointment for Yulia, who's climbing now out of the Netherlands. She just couldn't agree with problem 2. She just looked like
Wasn't getting on with it.
yeah. I mean, you don't want to say ever that these guys are climbing badly because they're all amazing climbers, but sometimes they just get stumped by a problem and you're watching them going, but just do this.
Sometimes it just doesn't suit their style.
Exactly.
There's certain things that just, we're all human in the end, we have certain moves we're not so great at.
Exactly. And look at Tim. Tim is loving the home crowd. He is,
Looking
slapped over
incredibly
that
strong.
hold, super strong, straight into the slope.
Making it look
Tim is on fire. Big move,
like a
big
breeze.
catch. Hello.
Awesome, Tim.
Got a strong feeling Tim is going home with some pocket money tonight.
I think he's there.
Heading back to
Yeah.
isolation.
All the
He
money one
is
was saying.
fired up. Look at that walk. That is cocky. That is like, right now he's just going to go back into staging. He's going to sit down. He's going to look at the other climbers. And he's going to know that.
And they're going to know he's
he
flashed
is-
it because he's come back so quickly.
Exactly. They're going to know he's flashed it. They're going to know he's right in the mix.
Adds the extra bit of pressure to those guys as well to make sure they do the same.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to say there's mind games in climbing, but there definitely is.
It's
There's
almost-
definitely the mental aspect.
And it's almost mind games with yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Hallelujah.
That's it. Julia's got in there now.
Amazing. Look at that.
I think for Julia it's really tough as well. She's got 6 fingers taped. Although it looks now that maybe she's taken some of the tape off those fingers. She might have been taping to save what little skin she had. She had tape on 3 fingers on her left and right hand going into the last 2 problems.
Julia.
Came up short. We'll have to look now, but it does look to me that the tape's off.
Yep.
Yep, tape is off.
But it's looking. There's a look of thin fingertips from her.
Yeah.
Look at those.
Yeah. You can just see thin fingertips and just powering down, just in that movement. If she came back next week and got onto that problem, that shoulder would sit over and she'd probably lock that move down fine. But after 3 rounds of competition, shit's tough.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I think you don't really appreciate how much you need to recover after doing a qualification in the semis. Like, it may not be that many blocks, but you're trying 100% every single time.
Exactly.
It's like max effort, almost like max effort weightlifting or something. It's the same. Like, it's 1 rep max.
Exactly, and at this stage of a comp, because there were 8 problems in qualifying plus the 4 semis, these guys are 12 problems in, 2 problems of finals already, so this is their 15th problem in 2 days. We've lost the clock on the screen, sadly. I'm not sure if you guys have it at home anymore. Oh, we've got the clock back now. The director obviously heard me. So we're inside the last minute for Julia. I really liked what Melise did here. She got her hands set up really well, and it made her flow into the next moves, which I think is what made it good for her to get to the top. She had a bit of a duff go where she looked really strong, but you could tell she was wrong-handed and confused, and she learned from that. So next time she went up...
But it almost looks like the order they're doing now it looks like the right order, but it's almost the wrong order. You almost want to do the first bit wrong to get the second bit right.
Exactly. You almost want to come over with the left fin and then cross in with the right so that you can set up.
Because this bump with this left hander here, it just looks
super far.
And super shouldery as well.
Yeah, like
all
right
left
now,
hand.
with that foot so high, it's so hard to generate any... Oh!
It's impressive power.
That
foot pushes you away.
Because that left foot was pushing her back to the right the whole way. She can get her heel up there if she realizes. She may not know that hold's there. She's seen it. No, she's definitely seen it. I was going to say she saw it in viewing, but in the heat of the moment, when you're blind to a hold, power down. She'll be frustrated with that, but she'll be happy that she got the zone. She's definitely still looking good on the boulders, but I think fatigue is playing a part for her. That's 15 problems down. And it was the heel letting go, but I think the heel was letting go just because there was nothing left in the core.
And it depends how many times they've tried in qualies and semis as well. Like, some of these guys will have a good 5-6 attempts in semi-finals, which is definitely a place to fatigue a lot more than some of the top guys who may have flashed in the semis as well.
Yeah.
So we're Alex back out again.
Alex, what have you thought about it so far?
He's looking strong.
I feel really strong.
Impressive on the last boulder that obviously Mickey did flash, but that was not a nice problem. And on those slopers, those volumes are so rough. It's going to destroy your skin for slipping off that many times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Josh sending his support. Waiting for the Instagram.
Yeah. This is interesting. With Alex, I've never considered him much of a power climber. He's a technician.
And these crimps are sharp.
And these crimps are sharp, and this is a straight power move for that first throw. Sure, he can do it, but he does have to really think about it. Tiba is looking at the cross first time out.
I would have thought this was kind of maybe more her problem, I don't know. But
should be. We've seen this a lot with these climbers coming out. The first attempt, they're not finding that toe hook because it's blind and they're all going slightly to the right of the hold. Once they start to learn it, they get it. Yeah, Alex.
Mom would say that was really good setting. If that's the case, you've got to learn your way into it. And
I think it's great for a comp. It's interesting. I didn't get to see them because of the geo blocking for the US, but I saw the results of the US Nationals last weekend, and 3rd year in a row, every finals problem has been flashed by a climber. So in 2017, 2018, Nathaniel Coleman flashed all 4 boulder problems in each.
And
then this year, Sean Bailey flashed every boulder, and Nathaniel only had 1 fall. And to me, that actually robs the crowd of a good show because you get to see the climbers 4 times, and it's cool to watch, but you're not getting the...
You want them to at least try a few times.
Exactly, and this time she had learned. She got her foot higher, but she's looking tired in the core there. When she got her hand up, you just saw her butt drop.
You want to watch the battle, really. As a fan, you come to watch them battle against the boulders if they flash them so easily. Exactly. Where's the foot? Well, it's impressive, but...
Exactly. I think one of the coolest things I've ever seen in competition climbing, For those of you guys, don't leave the live stream obviously, but later if you get the chance, go and watch Innsbruck finals from 2014, I believe, the guys, and watch Rustem and Dimitri on, I think it was the second problem, which is the big yellow volume, and they were fighting and fighting and fighting, and it was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. It was back before the days of flat 4 minutes, so they were going over 4 minutes because they were wrestling the problem, and it was so...
That's what you want to see as a fan.
Yeah, you want to see the fight, and...
I want to see people do battle with these.
Yeah, you see now, Tiba is doing battle. She is learning this problem every attempt. She is getting... Yeah, now she knows where that toe is. She's like, oh, I've done that toe hook before, watch me now. Boing.
That core is... See, it's just dropping every time she moves across.
She was so strong in semis, but I think maybe the inexperience has paid a price. She's maybe used a little bit too much power through the comp.
So, and that yellow problem was pretty much in the core as well, if we think back to that one they've just done, so that's definitely going to fatigue them.
Yeah, I mean, the yellow was really steep, and although this one isn't as steep, they are suspended. They are... The way the volumes has been set basically turns this into a roof section for them.
For sure.
Come on, guys.
Alex is struggling with this. He is the technician, but he is just struggling to hold those crimps.
Bad skin, nothing.
Yeah, you can see that every time.
He's looking at his fingers every time he hits it. It's not comfortable.
I mean, you know that feeling. You're coming over, you're hitting the holder slightly higher because you're generally trying to throw in as hard as you can. Your skin is dragging down that volume, hitting the hold, and you're just losing a layer every time. And when you've only got a few layers left.
Oh yeah, and if you imagine those holds there, those rail type holds which are super sharp, dig straight into your fingertips, then they're not comfortable to hold in any way. The brain is going to be telling you to let go every single time.
And look at Tiba. Tiba is just
gone.
There's
still more problems. They've got to recuperate back in ISO for a little bit.
Exactly.
Maybe find some sugar if they can.
Find some sugar.
Anything.
And just protect the fingers, basically, like you're never going to grow any skin back, but it's so thin now you don't want to be touching anything. Sensory overload from how thin that fin is. How thin that skin. I've lost my ability to speak here. That's okay. Haven't even been drinking.
And in the end, they've only got one problem left to do. They're just going to have to manage their attempts on it and make sure they don't sort of overdo it and have quality attempts on that last problem to get as far as they can, essentially.
Exactly. Look at Eula grinning ear to ear. She's excited for this one. She's excited to climb. Always a pleasure to watch Eula climb because she always just looks like this is where she wants to be.
For sure. I think it feels like a natural habitat, even though she's now studying.
Yeah.
Roland.
Whereas Rollins is like, hi, so by the way, I'm strong.
Yeah. Casual, I think was a good word.
Completely casual.
Even more casual than Air.
Even more casual than Tim, but then Tim went high on that one. Tim went really high and dropped into it.
Tim just looked powerful.
Tim looked powerful. Rollins looked super powerful to begin, but then just came short on that hold. Eula uses her experience. She hits that hold, crosses.
That is, rolling out of this is going to be tricky on the old shoulders, but that heel locks in.
I don't know that was going to work, trying to block down with her left hand to stop the swing, but she's trying to block onto a volume with nothing on it.
Those volumes are grippy, but I don't know if they're that good.
In the wrong direction.
I don't know if they're that good.
What I've heard, they combined all their craziness together and set most of the boulders.
Aaron Rollins is a really interesting style of climbing. His style to me always looks like he's kind of falling off, but he never does. If that makes sense.
It does make sense, but it's interesting with Rollins because Rollins is one of the most Jekyll and Hyde climbers I know. When he has a good round, he is absolutely one of the best in the world. Absolutely unstoppable, and you see it in qualifying and in semis sometime at World Cups. But when he has a bad round, it looks like I wouldn't say he's a rookie, but he just looks like he's never zen with the problems at all.
Maybe it's
look at that.
Maybe it's a mental game more than anything.
I'm sure it is in Roland's case. This is
different beta.
She's dropped down.
That looks casual with the little French blow on the way.
Yeah, super casual. But I'm not sure if this is going to wrong hand her for the next move.
Unless she can bump that left hand, bump the right hand into the volume.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, easy.
Cruising.
All that experience. Swaps onto the toe and boink. Toe on. Look at that.
Take the time through the problem and made it look simple.
Yeah. All those years of experience of if we could ever talk her into coming out of retirement, I'd be so happy. It's not going to happen. One day we're going to have to bring out a World Cup Masters and have all the retired climbers.
Yes.
A couple of invitationals a year would be amazing. You could bring
40
out,
plus.
Having lots of fun.
you could, I mean, yes, but you could just make it retired from your
True.
national team. Because you've got climbers like Killian, you've got climbers like Jorg, you've got climbers like Melissa Lenev,
All the good vibes
like
over here in this corner.
Euler,
Come on,
obviously,
guys,
who
give
are
me a
just
round of applause.
so experienced, so good to watch even when they're not at the top of the game because they have so much experience, so much to give. And a couple of years ago I was talking to Francois Legrand and I said, we should do a Masters comp for all you old guys. And I didn't call him an old guy. Not that silly. But he just lit up. He was so excited by the prospect. I was like, yeah, we could get like you and
It's almost like
Yuki and Christian and
It's almost like you're doing Adidas rock stars, but for the older,
Yeah.
for the older
Yeah.
people who've stopped comp climbing.
exactly do
It would be amazing.
Masters for Masters.
Yeah, Adidas Masters. There we go. We shouldn't say it now, but
We shouldn't say it now. We should say Doc Stars Masters.
yes.
Would be that. So you heard it here first. We're going to talk all the oldies into coming back for Doc Stars, Masters, or Doc Masters.
I think it's a bit too much Masters, but
There's his wife sitting in the crowd, Ella. I don't know if the cameraman knew that when he turned to her. She's got 12 seconds on the clock. Shoulders are down now. Looks so strong in the first couple of attempts. She's recording him. I don't know why. She could just watch the live stream. Come on,
it's all
Roland.
Instagram though, surely. Got to get those Instagram fans. Keep them happy.
Exactly. That'll go straight on Instagram. Oh, come
slight
on. Too
football.
casual. I think he was almost a little bit cocky in that move.
Yeah.
He's like, I've done this move a bunch. I'm just going to drop my arm and use the momentum to swing in. He's generating a little bit of momentum to do it on his shoulder, not on so much on the
sure, yeah, yeah.
skeletal strength, not on the muscular strength. But then foot just went bye-bye.
Almost tried to just overarm it.
Round of applause
Yeah,
for
exactly.
If that makes any sense, like.
That makes,
So here we are, the big guns back out again.
yeah,
See
I
what
mean,
Mickey can do. He's been unstoppable so far.
yeah, this is interesting because I was speaking to him last night and he said he had picked up a bit of an oblique injury yesterday. He was
Doesn't show it.
definitely feeling sore. Well, he came in today. He started warming up 3 hours before.
Wow.
Really slow, progressive warm up because he didn't want to risk anything.
And I guess
So-
comp season coming up, he doesn't want to be in any way slightly injured.
No, and he'll be fine. He knows it's not a biggie or he would have pulled out of the comp.
For sure.
He knows it's just a niggle, but
You don't want to overdo it.
you don't want to
anyway.
overdo it. This guy, oh, and looks at the skin. He's looking. He's like,
Unbelievable.
ouch. First
it's not-
drop we've seen tonight.
He is human.
He is human. Jury's out. He wants to join his brother. His brother is a World Cup winner. His brother's a World Cup overall winner now
Wow.
in speed.
Sure. Oh wow, Yanya's gone with the cross through again. This is
Yeah, Genyo's
nearly stuck it.
And
That's
same thing. She looks to that pinch in the bottom and is like, oh wait, that's really bad.
yes.
She probably saw the chalk from Euler.
It's almost sandbag chalk.
It's sandbag chalk, exactly. That's maybe why Euler did it. Let's burn some energy, a
There
little
we
bit of
go.
tactics. No,
Yeah.
if anyone's going to do it, it's not going to be Euler. She's an absolute sweetheart of the sport. You're not going to see mind games from that woman.
I think that was one of the best pieces of advice some of the setters ever gave me was like almost follow the chalk because generally setters chalk the holds they're the useful ones essentially.
Absolutely.
If there's good bits of volumes, they'll chalk them. So like when you're reading problems, have a look where the chalk is.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when you get things like that where people have touched the wrong point,
Yeah, exactly.
it can throw you off occasionally.
And I know for myself, when I was competing, but also when I was coaching, I'd always teach people, spend a lot of time with my kids, look for the thumbprints. Because
Sure.
then you know the orientation of the hand. It's interesting how many people look for the chalk but not the thumbprints. Finding the thumbprint, you go, okay, that's how they're holding the holes.
Here we go again.
Here we go.
Oh,
Mika's powering
oh.
down.
His shoulders are not engaging when he's hitting.
Yeah, it's really. Oh, he's a little bit like, okay, what do I do now? This is not going to plan. He knows it was in the basket. He would have known Tim did it as well. Tim would have walked back
Came back so quickly.
so quickly, so confident.
So it could all come down to this last problem, which, well,
Could all come
this
down
could
to
be an
the last
interesting
problem.
one. 'Cause if you've seen the last problem already, if you've managed to glimpse it as the cameras have been swinging around,
Yeah, we saw the last problem in viewing, of course.
it looks like a banger.
Yeah. I mean, well, the sheer fact that they described it as big holds and acrobatic
I think, well,
means
it's
you
Mickey
want-
style.
It's Mickey's style because big holds.
I'm not sure if
Mickey's
breathing is gonna
maybe
get them up the wall, but it will definitely
maybe struggles a
help.
bit on these crimps with his feet down. But if you ever see his Instagram videos, and I'm sure you have, the guy is
Coordination.
freakishly strong. And
Amazing.
if anyone can pull it back, it's going to be Mika now. So come on, buddy. Yenya was so close. Now she's
Oh, that toe is not sticking.
using energy here. She's on this right arm for a long time.
Oh, he stuck it.
That
Here
was
we
a
go.
fight.
Come on.
That was a fight. He wanted that bad.
Come on. Yeah.
Oh. Complete. Just no. Oh, there's Isa in the crowd, my co-commentator of earlier, just looking away from me. Probably relieved to be out of the pressure of the commentary box.
Nice escape. Go get a beer.
Yeah, she's old enough, I guess. I had my I've been in the US head on where
Definitely
you have to be a senior citizen, but this part of the world, go get a beer, enjoy. I'm sure the bar is not so crowded right now because everyone will be wanting to watch these guys in action.
Give it half an hour.
Oh boy, after the finals, this place is going to be a nightclub.
It's going to erupt.
It's going to erupt. So, all right, Mika's running it down. He's got one try left. He's giving himself probably about 15 seconds on the clock.
Feet off the floor.
Last attempts maybe, unless they...
He's given himself enough time. Yeah, perfect. He gave himself enough time that if he dropped that move, he'd be able to come in one more time because he knew that was the trick move for him. But now he's...
Oh, that pinch.
Huge drag.
Unbelievable.
Huge drag down that hole to get it done. Yenya's out of there. No top for Yenya. Oh!
Why did he go right hand?
Glory top
He
attempt.
went for the right hand and why?
Oh my
He
goodness.
made it even harder for himself.
Was that a little bit of a brain staff, a little bit of showboating? I don't know. Right now, as he fell to the mats,
The power was impressive, but
the power was impressive, but as he fell to the mats, he was seeing 2,000 euros flutter past his face and going, I've still got to work for it all.
it's all going to come down to this last boulder.
All got to come down to this last boulder.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can see the scores up on screen. Would be awesome to see where we stand going into this last boulder if we have a few seconds, because I think it's going to be really close between Mika and Tim. And yeah, there you see
There we
it.
go.
So yeah, so Mika's score hasn't updated for the zone yet, but now it has. So
Basically all time.
basically
Anyone tops it, it's anyone's game really.
it's anyone's game. Alex is looking okay for third, but it's 3 attempts. If someone was to do the last one fast, because Alex didn't get the zone, but then they've all, third place is anyone's game.
Yes, thank you.
First place is a battle of 2. In the women's, really surprised that Yenya didn't bring that one home. Super close at the top. Obviously, you're going to see a result out of the three visiting climbers. Eula, just pure class. But Melissa's looked tactical. Melissa's looked smart. Melissa's got that. And the last problem for the woman is the green, big volume holds, technical.
Another skin eater.
Sorry?
Another skin eater among one things.
Yeah. So.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. And Melissa's off. Remember now, folks, every attempt counts because Melissa was 1 attempt behind Eula to get to the top of those first 2 problems. So if she can get to the top of this problem, she wants to do it quick and hope that Eula either can't do it or it takes her multiple attempts. So she's going to be considering these really, really closely. Mark's trying, this start on this men's route's brutal. Mark's trying to pull into it. It's a big kick out to the left. Melissa, no, Melissa, I think she needs to go past her point of balance there. I think Melissa has to be tipping to the right.
It almost has to be a bit more dynamic.
Has to be more dynamic. I think Melissa right now needs to roll her body over that hold and pivot on that foot. It's almost like an upside down
The
pendulum.
start of that men's one. You're gonna have to, they can't go statically, they're going to have to jump.
They're going to have to jump.
It's going to have to be a double.
And you think it looks like a double, but
think it
boy,
has to
it
be.
looks like a crazy double.
It's the double round the corner.
Yeah, double round the corner is going to be.
I don't think there's anywhere sticking that hold.
Yeah, there we go. Melissa's faster that
Nice.
time. She leant into the corner, got the opposition on her palm. She's going to walk her feet across. These big axis volumes they've come up with, really working well here. There's going to be a lot of grip on these. Any skin that these climbers have left, it says goodbye now.
Yeah, there's not going to be much left after this.
Yeah, and now the commitment move.
It's a good hold.
It's a good hold, but it's not local.
It's not close though.
It's about a Melise above Melise. And right now she's a little bit puzzled. She's trying to work out if she can get some opposition onto that left hand to get in.
Oh, you don't want to be popping off that last hold. Start of this men's one just looks...
Start of a men's one is
just
a
really,
huge kick, desperate
really
kick.
knacky. You've got to get that.
Yeah, Melise is a little bit stumped here. She's, yeah. I do think that's the way, but I think Melise needs to really generate into that jump.
And the start of this men's one is very much like the start of one of the qualifiers we had to do. It's just literally the hardest move is almost getting on.
Yeah.
Once you can establish yourself on there and get the toe hook in to lock you in, it wasn't so bad. But
exactly. Anyone that goes to the Circuit Climbing Facebook and has a look at the qualification photos, you're going to see there was a yellow problem on an arete, and the beginning to that yellow problem was a desperate move like this. Oh!
That was an impressive.
Yeah, now get your feet across, boy. Get your feet across. No.
You have to go across the arms here and then start pressing up, I think.
Oh, yeah. That's super strong. Come on, Mark. Now into the mantle.
A massive mantle to get over this.
Yeah.
What isn't the greatest of holds?
No. Oh.
9, 8, 7,
Nosey's got
5,
4, 3, 2, and this is.
Nearly. Good commitment.
And Melise is off as well. No top for either climber.
Tough two last blocks.
Tough two last blocks. Melise did get the zone on that, so that does put her on 2 tops and 4 zones, I believe.
Something like that.
Which is going to put her in the box seat for now. But basically, if Eula or Yenya can get to the top of this, then it's open season. Melise will be happy. She knows she's in the money.
Yep.
But
do you think the setters consider how hard the problems are and which ones they get the climbers to do in which order?
yes, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. The setters will have looked at these problems. Generally speaking, although it can be really nice to go to a pure prow problem at the end,
Because it's impressive.
more often than not than in World Cup finals and in international invitational like this competition finals, what you'll see is normally the powerful problem will be one of the first couple because
The climbers are fresher.
the climbers are fresher.
Oh, this is an impressive amount of flexibility here.
Yeah, Donna's really trying to wiggle up.
Can you engage that toe to get on? Oh,
No.
that's the tricky bit.
I think it's got to be a right foot on, left foot kick.
I think hopefully the setters are hoping it. And the setters will be hoping that he couldn't do it that way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Come on, dog. Ready.
Oh, good attempt by Lisa on the left there as well. Lisa came across. I got the feeling Lisa was skating her feet and she didn't get her hand pressed into the corner, which she should have done. But she did learn really quickly. Yeah, look at that.
Nice shot,
Perfect.
that is.
That's a really nice shot. You want to know why we got lots of toe rubber on our shoes now? That's why we got lots of toe rubber on our shoes now.
Or lack of once you've done problems like
Or
this.
lack of once you've done problems like this. So Lisa's just she's got to set her arm and then she's got to transfer. Again, this is where Melise ran into trouble. She was a little bit slow. Yeah, she's coming out. She needs to keep her hips a little bit closer and rotating over the foot. As soon as her hips come away from the wall, it's bye-bye. Well, Don's got the start move wide, but I don't know what he's thinking now. He's thinking of being ballistic, I think. No.
You may have covered this already, Ed, but do you know a random fact? Do you know what size feet? I've forgotten her name now.
Lisa?
Lisa's size feet?
No.
So could you believe this? She's got a size 47 feet.
47?
I know, it's outrageous. So one of the guys down there told me that and I was sort of blown away slightly for a 16-year-old.
14-year-old.
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 Wow, yeah, even more.
She's going to be 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I could see looking at her, but her shoes were like really big, but
Yeah, that's one of the guys downstairs said she had size 47 feet and I was just like, no way.
dang.
Bit of
Well,
random
she is
information.
Dutch, so I wonder how tall she's going to be.
She may well be, yeah. Another couple of feet on top of what she is now.
Yeah. So, I was incredibly impressed by her climbing yesterday. In semis, she was a dominant force in the first half of the field.
Look,
when she came out, she made everyone else look like they hadn't read the climbs right at all.
And it may just be not particularly age, but fatigue kicking in, like the endurance is is not so much there so far. So
Yeah, I really feel
Give her
in the last couple
2 or
of
3
problems
years.
the fatigue is kicked in for Lisa in this comp.
Yeah.
I think the fatigue, it kicks in for all of them, but you see when you're lacking the experience, you can't deal with the fatigue.
and you probably try harder. You know, you use
I
more
mean,
energy up on each
yeah.
attempt, so you're.
I mean, right now you're seeing her inexperienced because Melise, when she came across here, she blocked just against the wall because the wall is a dihedral there. Oh, nice. Good by Don.
You'll see how many attempts she's had compared to some of these.
A ton.
Every single one is gonna.
Okay, so this is what I was saying. This is what I was considering was go straight out with the foot, never put your hand over there.
And roll over.
And roll over.
Come on.
But his right hand, he's going to have to do something. It's too low. I
Almost
think he has to
upside
get his
down.
right hand up.
Come on, guys.
Oh my god, a head jam. That's
He's-
interesting.
Well, he's securing zone then because he knew the zone hold was out to the right. So he wanted to get that touch on. He was cognizant enough to realize,
Come on, Don.
no, now he wants to swap. Now I think he's realized he can't do it that way. So he's going to try. Oh,
Really wrestling with this boulder.
oh,
Impressive.
Stick it.
oh.
And now he's going to go through that mantle all again.
Yeah.
From the other side.
Now that was
Rather
move
than
of the
me.
Tom so far though. That was
And we have the
awesome way to do that sequence. Really nice work from the setters, having moves that you can
You
do
can't
things
cheat.
like that on. And he knows this is his last attempt. Lisa knows it's her last
Everything. He's
attempt.
got to give it everything now.
Oh, Lisa gets in. That's a big move, going straight out and hitting those volumes.
Wow.
But she secures the zone
That
with
is
that attempt.
not. That foot is. I can see that was going to happen.
Don's upset, but he's happy. It's the happy upset. It's the crazy frustration, but
You've
the
tried
feeling
hard.
that you did something awesome at the same time.
And you've
It's
given
like,
it everything you can.
yeah, he's just like, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? It didn't work, but did you see that? Like Dutch Puppy Dog 101.
Yes.
All right,
There we go.
come on, Lisa. Yeah,
Come on, Lisa.
just
The pressure. You just know the pressure is on when you hear that buzzer go.
yeah,
And you're halfway through a problem. And it's your first attempt as well.
exactly. I mean, oh, look at this. That's actually quite cool. But she's using the corner on the overhang there just to give a little bit of.
Come on.
Come on.
Yes, yes.
Yes! Oh! The crowd. Oh! That was.
All those attempts paying off eventually.
All but yeah, that's.
It's got to feel worth it.
Yeah. There are times you go and go and go on a problem because you're not spending so much power and you know that eventually it'll go. And the crowd just absolutely erupted. They know this girl will be something special. Like,
Give her 2 years. Maybe
that
more.
was, yeah, that was a huge move to that last hold. And it was a,
Thank you.
there was no second chance. It was do or die.
I assume she's competing in the youth World
Now
Cups.
let's continue.
Or European youth,
European
yeah.
youth, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at 14, she'll be Youth B, maybe moving. Yeah, Youth B. So,
I think look out for her on the world stage.
yeah, exactly.
Soon to be coming to an
There's
actual
a
World Cup near you.
coach. The coach is coming to congratulate her. Everyone's psyched on that effort. She's going to go home with a huge smile on her face. She's going to be shattered, and she's going to be,
I'm sure Tobias will be pretty happy as well.
yeah. It's one of those things. You look back at a comp, and you almost dream it. You replay it in your head so many times. But that's going to be one replay that she's super happy with. Okay. Here we go. This is so much to play for Tim. Tim was a monster so far this comp.
Is this his style? Do you know? What
I've never seen anything that is not his style.
I've never seen
but I
anything
haven't,
not his style.
But I haven't seen him climb so much. He's one of
Okay.
these dark horses that comes out every now and then just as a monster and then
crushes everything.
disappears.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
blows an attempt doing the silly start. I don't know if he's trusting that he can just stand on that right and kick, but he definitely can.
I think a flash in this problem would be very impressive though. Watching that.
Yeah, see, he's trying to. Yeah,
Oh.
that's a hard way to run into it. Right now, he just hasn't resolved the beta on this move. Okay, Yulia's taller girl, but she can come. Yeah,
very
really
nice.
nice. I was going to say, she can just rotate her body over that hold, set up. She's brought a chalk bag. She can stand there for, well, the next, well, half an hour if she wants.
And I reckon,
I hope she doesn't.
yeah,
Come on,
I
Julia.
reckon Tim will be feeling the pressure. If you've seen the latest video from Mickey on his Facebook of him doing the jump with the toe hook catch,
Ah, yes,
this
of
is
course.
right up his street. So
Of
I
course,
think
so yeah. Right now, Tim knows
he's
that
going to be feeling the pressure.
Yeah,
Even if he's not in his mind right now, it's
Come on,
probably
guys, let's
somewhere.
give him a round
exactly.
of applause for both
He was a
of them.
monster at Quiff last year. He was so. Ah, there he goes. Locks it
Do you know
in.
if he's going to
Look
Quiff
at
again
that
this year?
good energy.
I don't
Come
know. He
on.
did tell me that he is going to come to some World
Amazing.
Cups,
Come
but
on. Come up, Tim. Ale, 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 ale.
That was statistically impressive.
yeah, that was hi. I'm strong.
Welcome to the strength game.
Yeah, this is.
Come up,
Is
Tim.
he going to get...
Oh, he's
hello.
going to transfer back and
yes.
rotate up.
Okay.
This may be a better option because
Yeah.
they've all been losing. No,
Oh, maybe
no,
not.
he brought his foot too far down the hold then, and when he rolled his ankle, foot came straight off the edge. Is this still the same attempt for Julia? She's still.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Wouldn't surprise me. It's kind of easy to get stuck
It's a
on a boulder
comfortable
problem
position.
like this. You have
Laat je horen, Julia.
many options to get out of it, but they're all high risk, and you're in a comfortable place, and you end up just going,
One.
well,
Come on.
someone can bring me dinner, I'll be here all night.
Yeah.
She's ready for
Unfortunately, that's been and gone.
Yeah, it has been and gone, but of course 4+ she could be there all night. But
Could be.
be the world's longest competition live stream.
Come on, Julia.
Come on, Julia.
Come on,
Okay,
Julia.
this
Yes.
Yes. Come on,
she doesn't have much to generate with now because it'll.
Oh, impressive. One-handed.
Ah, nice work, and that puts her on 2 tops as well, which is huge for her.
Okay, Tim's back on again.
Tim's back on. Tim's dialed that first move now. It's gonna be interesting to see.
See if he tries a different technique this time.
Come on. Tim.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yes.
oh, hello.
Come on.
This is different.
different but good
It looks
Come on,
because
Tim.
now he's already up.
It looks way better than last time, and it's going to. It's
Yeah,
whether you can get the flexibility to get established in there.
yeah, he will. He's a smart lad.
Come on, Tim.
Come on,
Not that
Tim,
smart
come
has
on,
anything to do
Tim.
with flexibility, but hopefully he's smart enough to do stretching. Oh yeah. Oh, crowd is going off epically, and I'm having a quiet chortle because I saw both photographers that were up there didn't have their cameras pointing at it.
He knows he's in for it. He's in for the running now.
Yeah. Oh no, good. He had the camera. He was shooting wide. Okay. We'll forgive him this time.
This one.
So he's in. He definitely knows he's in for the running now. And,
Yeah,
and Mickey will have
that's-
heard that.
Mickey will have heard that. Mickey knows. Okay.
There's a top. There's been a top at least.
Yeah. Knows it's doable. And it's interesting because it looks like there's 2 ways to go. The impulse is to mantle off the left, reach up with the right, because then that next hold is facing the right way. But he mantled, reached up with the left, and then just stood into it because he had such balance over his feet, and then could just jump around the corner.
I think that actually, when you look at it, that looks like the way you should do it. But it's obviously it's a longer route round. It's going to be more moves. So it's going to be
Yeah.
tougher. But at this stage in the game, when you're tired, you want to do as few moves as possible. I think.
Exactly. This will be an interesting one. Tiba, I think, will be a little bit frustrated by how she's gone.
Is this Alex's style?
And this,
More
again,
second timer.
yeah, again, he's German. He should do this.
He's German.
Come on, Alex.
Not racially profiling him at all, but I mean, anyone that has trained under Udo and knows all the movement tricks. But that, yeah, I don't think he read that right. I think he should have kept his right hand on and just reached over with the left.
Which is exactly what Tim did.
Exactly what Tim did.
Actually, I think Tim switched. He put his left hand down and
Okay.
pulled through gently. So
Ah,
I think
okay,
that's
yeah.
where the difference was. And a lot of these guys are trying to jump through because that looks
Yeah.
like the logical option. But actually, if they swap hands here, they can then.
Yeah. Because when he's trying that,
Pull up and
he's not generating enough because he's very long on that
No, no,
left
no.
leg before he starts. And of course, his right foot and his left leg's hooked. So he's like, ah!
And everything's swinging you in the right direction, and the hold is
Oh.
swinging you in the right direction as well. So actually, the more static way that Tim did it
Yeah.
seems like a much more progressive and gentle way. So if he swaps
Yeah.
his hands here we go. Swaps his hands and then pulls straight up and in.
Yeah.
Tension the body as you take the toe hook out.
Yeah. This is the big thing, is keeping that tension when you take the toe hook out, because he's losing that tension.
Yeah.
So his hips are coming so far out, even if he hits that, it becomes a horrible sloper. And
Yeah. If you look at what Tim did, he almost took the toe hook out before he started moving.
yeah.
Allez, Tiba.
Come on, Tiba.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, very casual.
Yes.
Come on.
I love this problem because it's taken them a bunch of goes to get this tip move sorted.
Nearly went a bit quickly then.
Here we go.
Yeah, she needs to
I
get
his
that.
last hold. Yeah.
Oh, too fast. She was really fast then. I really feel that if she had settled, got her feet and settled, she just basically bunged her foot on and jumped.
Wanted to go for it.
She wanted to go for it. She wanted it to be over. She wanted to go home, have a nice salad.
Why a salad?
Oh, she's a vegan.
Oh, okay. Doesn't
So-
have to be salad, then, surely.
I don't know. Do they eat anything else?
I'm sure there's much more.
I mean, many vegans have told me that they're vegans, but I just run, so I
Okay.
don't know what they eat.
I'm sure there's some extremely delicious vegan food. I just haven't experienced it myself personally.
I'll take your word for it. I'm living in the ignorance is bliss camp. Come on.
Well, it's clearly not done her too badly. She's pretty strong.
Oh, well, that was some crazy beta going on there. It hasn't done her bad at all. And of course, Alex is it pescatarian? Is that what you call it? Where you just eat fish?
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously salad and stuff, but
I think anything that works. If you like it, it works for you. Stick with it.
yep. Okay, Tiba is,
There
yeah.
we go. Taking it a bit
She's
slower.
riding
So,
that in.
Alex tried to.
Okay, come on, Tiba, she can do that.
Oh.
Oh.
Almost didn't look like she wanted it, though. I don't know.
Right now, she's just looking defeated. She's just looking like she's a little bit out of ideas. That sort of smile of exasperation. She's like,
One more go.
one more go. She knows she
Yeah.
can do this.
This is the point where it's a mental game. You really don't turn it on.
Yeah. I
At
mean,
this point.
if I was Tiba, I'd be hopping on with 25 seconds to go because you still got to do that move across into
Yep.
the corner.
Oh, Alex is not.
Alex is not agreeing with this at all. Alex is just, yeah. Because for Tiba on this problem, for anyone on this problem, when you're doing a 4+ competition, if you've got a risky move early in the problem, you want to give yourself enough time that if you screw that move,
You can jump on again.
you can jump on again. She hasn't given that time, so she's got to get this. Now, she's done it a couple of times, so she does it perfect, but
Alex is.
Alex has had
He's
enough.
happy.
He's happy. He had his moment. Tiba is, yep, she knows she's got all the time in the world right now. She might even be wishing she bought a chalk bag. So,
Getting yourself together.
yeah,
Psyching yourself up.
composing. Got the Mad Rock Haywires on, wicked shoes. Oh,
Well held.
she needs to, yeah, that's it. Come on, generate, come on.
Oh, so close. She knows
Oh, heartbreak for Tiba at the end. Still a really young climber, 19 years old, and she has improved so much recently. She's climbing full time now. She's
it. Does she
doing
coach the revolt team as well?
no, so she is
Part of.
part of the revolt team exactly. But yeah, just she's gonna know that replay in her heart, but she's gonna watch this time and time again.
Come on, guys.
But
There we go, Eula.
uh,
Civ experience helps
Yeah.
out here,
I mean, huge advantage for her that Melise didn't do it.
for sure.
Like, big weight off her shoulders, and knowing that Melise didn't do it, but knowing that a couple of girls has, she knows it's possible. So,
I guess that's kind of helpful.
I think it definitely is helpful because if a couple of climbers come back in, you're like, okay, that's cool. Nice.
Ooh.
She's wanting to sneak across on it.
Oh, casual.
Yeah, okay. Hi, my name's Eula. Yeah, I was a world champion for a reason.
Yeah.
Rollins is apparently on a kid's. No, and then Eula fluffs the. Ah, well.
Oh, a slightly more static approach. I like this.
He just kicked it. That's all he had to do.
Is that all you have to do? Do you have to do is
Yeah, all you have to do is
in
touch
control?
it. No, all you have to do is.
That's interesting. I like that.
I didn't even think about that, of course.
You only
All you
I
have to
thought
do is.
I thought you had to be touching all 4 points in control.
No, you have to touch the hands in control, and you have to tap with the feet.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
that's
really.
experience, almost experience showing through there.
Yeah, really good show of experience.
But the root sensors are slightly annoyed about that.
Well,
Come on.
they can be as annoyed as they like. They should have known the rules, shouldn't they?
They should have. Well, they should definitely know the rules. That foot looks like so much tension through it. Wow. If your arms were any less long.
Yeah, I was going to say,
He's a
the
full
more I see,
extension.
the more I see this, the smarter Tim's method looked.
Oh, how is he going to get it? Out of that.
Yeah.
That foot is.
Yeah, he needs to bring that. Yeah, good. Oh!
Almost off the mat at the same time.
Oh my goodness, big move by Rollins and
Come on, Eula.
Eula's back up in position.
There's a replay of that.
Replay, just watch him go here. As he goes, the foot
foot
skates,
pops.
the foot just pops.
Full cartwheel off.
Eula,
No,
this
static.
is interesting. This is similar to Melise, where Melise tried to really get up onto that penultimate hold.
She doesn't look like she wants to jump it, which is...
Well, she didn't want to jump it.
Well, yeah, but...
And this is similar to Melise.
Ronald looks slightly in pain after that big fall.
Yeah, I think, looks like,
I think he maybe not trying this again.
No, I think he's hurt his ankle there for sure.
That was a big whipper off there.
And he got the shoe off really quick as well, so definitely a little bit of pain.
Rather him than me, I think that's the answer there. But 100% commitment, and that's what you got to do in these comps.
It's the risk, and you know, his foot slipped, and when his foot slipped,
You've got to give it everything you got, and if things go slightly awry, then...
But the thing is, when you're a boulderer, you're so good at falling, because you fall all the time.
Sure.
You know, climbing is a failure-based sport. And
when you say it like that, yes.
You know, so you are very good at failing, and you fall very safely. But
when things don't
when
go...
things happen like that, where a foot goes, and suddenly you're not mentally in control of how your body is falling.
This is almost throwing you as well. She looked across to Ronan's and looked a little concerned.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
you
would. It's a huge thing if there's an injury on the mats to bring yourself back from, and you know
she's got to keep climbing. And
she's got to keep climbing. She's got her own job to do. Yeah, Rollins is not a happy camper right now.
That was a big fall. Like, we obviously couldn't see where he landed, but he didn't look like he was far from the mat.
Yeah, come on, Eula. Yeah, gets in. And this will probably be Eula's last attempt. She's only got 20 seconds on the clock.
Unless she goes quickly. She knows she had a look at the clock then.
Yeah, she did look at the clock. That's all the experience coming through. She knows. She's got that, like, oh, damn.
Cheeky laugh on her.
Yeah.
I've got to give it everything now. There's the focus face back on again.
Yeah.
Come on, Eula.
Oh, no.
Oh,
4 seconds, can she? Yeah, come on.
Oh, that's impressive.
And this is why
no time to chalk up.
Yeah,
so you
no
got to do it again.
Chalk, but she's got a little bit of chalk. She did seed a little bit on her pants with chalk earlier, so she might have a little bit left. But this is the experience and like the pleasure of 4+.
Yes.
That's gone in the modern rules. She's gone.
Which is almost disappointing, I think.
I do miss it.
It encourages the athletes to try really hard up into that last minute and just keep pushing on.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can have the epic battles, and those epic battles, to me, are part of bouldering. It's
sure. You often see like climbers now, they get to 30 seconds towards the end of it, and they just don't try again because
they walk off
they
the
know
mats
they
'cause
won't
they
get
know
to top in
they're
30
done.
seconds, and there's no point in them trying.
Yeah.
But like giving them 4 minutes plus, they can do battle for as long as they want afterwards. And
yeah, exactly. And you know, I do know clearly the reason that they wanted to do away with 4+, and it was because it's very hard to schedule for TV if problems are going over this and the other. But it's so seldom.
But it's excitement. Like, what do the fans want? The fans want excitement, and that's what should really dictate
exactly
what we show. Not some timings.
Not some timings, because there's something magnificent about that gritty last go.
It's almost like saying an F1 race has to end at this time because this is when the TV schedule is, rather than...
Well, they do.
Oh, they do, within reason. But
within reason, yes, exactly, within reason. So, and Rollins is slowly off the mats. He'll be heading back. There is a full-on physio room here. There's a couple of physios in attendance, and
let's hope it's not too bad.
Now Eula's finished. She's almost a doctor. She could,
get her involved.
Yeah, there's Alex. He's probably telling Eula, "Can you go fix Rollins?" So
let's hope it's nothing too bad and it's just a slight sprain.
Just a slight, yeah. Hopefully, getting the congratulations of the Cologne crew. So they were all here climbing yesterday. Big crew from Cologne here, because of course it's only 2.5 hours away.
Simple driving back tonight. I think they said they were.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even going to be a late one for them. I mean, they're students. They probably don't go to bed before midnight.
It depends on when they're partying afterwards, surely.
That is also true.
Slash, they have to be at work, or student work.
Or yeah, right, they're students.
Lectures, they call them, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I was never a student. I enrolled twice and forgot to go both times.
When you say forgot, was it chosen forgot or?
Yeah, things came up.
More climbing, probably. Much more important.
Yeah, exactly.
So here we go. Let's see. This is.
I'm
excited to see Mickey do this one.
Well, for both of these guys, a top will win it.
Ooh.
Oh, you better do a new YouTube video, Mickey.
Oh no. We don't know how many times he practiced it, to be fair.
Yeah, true. All right. Come on, Yenya.
Ah, maybe a more static approach.
Yeah, nice from Yenya. Just, it's that upside down pendulum. It's like one of those little balls on a thing that you click.
Hello. This is interesting.
It's also wrong because he's. Oh yeah, no. Now he can go up. Yeah.
That was nice.
Okay, but look at Yenya on the left as well. This is incredibly important. Yenya on the.
Wow. That is impressive feats of strength.
I hope if you've got two eyes that you're using them for different climbers right now, because what we're seeing on both sides is impressive. Yenya is going for the static.
Oh, wow.
Yenya gets it. Yenya gets it.
The root
Gets the
setters
hill
will be
hook,
annoyed with that, I think.
The root setters will be annoyed. It's the risk of using big holds. You use big holds, you can reach up to the bottom of them. If it was a shallower hold, she would have been forced to jump, but that's the win for Yenya. She'll be super psyched. And Mickey on the other side.
I guess to watch Mickey.
Come on, Mika.
Come on, Mika, come on.
So he's trying the same way as Tim.
Ale,
There
Mika.
we go. Can he get it?
Yes.
That's
Come on, give some
Come on,
support to
Mika.
Mika.
nice, all about the flexibility. He's got it in the hips.
Ale, Mika, ale.
Blind jump around the corner.
Easy.
Yeah, easy.
Ah, what a way to finish the competition.
Second attempt.
Second attempt. Cheering.
Ladies and
Ah,
Mika Bauer.
big man from France shows how it's done.
Not even halfway through the time either.
All the love
Yeah.
on stage, guys. All the love.
And just absolute delight for Jenya's friends, because for her, this is a huge win. Great way to start the season. She's been training so hard. She's been a regular on the scene for a long time.
Crazy, absolutely amazing routes, amazing effort.
Mika will feel the same way. He'll be absolutely exultant. He'll be so happy.
For the scores.
Please welcome all the female contestants for the Master Finals to the stage. Warm round of applause. Welcome to the stage. Come on. All the female contestants. No? No one wants presents? Really? All the female finalists to the stage. Yes, all of you.
Tiba, Lisa, Julia.
Woo! First, we want to give you a present from local suppliers. Awesome. In third place,
Third place, Miley's Agrapart.
Miley's Agapa from France.
Where's Miley's?
Miley's Agrapart, where are you? Yeah, there we go! Third place next to Chong.
Here.
Here, a little bag for you with some local goodies. We've got some peanut butter and some stroopwafels and some soap. And in second place, we have... I am not wearing glasses, so people are going to read.
Juliana Worm.
Juliana Worm! Hell to the yes! Here you go. Juliana Worm, second place. And your bag of goodies, of course. And in first place, we have Yenya! Woo, 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 woo! There you go. Give a big round of applause. Come on.
Doc Masters 2019.
2019.
Congratulations.
Absolutely awesome.
All right, let's continue with the men's.
Yeah. Please, can the
Please stick around
contestants
here.
stay on stage?
Yes, please stick around so we have a final photo with the men's as well.
And in third place for the men, we have Alex Vom. Guys, flip it around. Here's your goodie baggie from Energiehaven to remember us. In second place, we have
Tim Reuser.
Tim Reuser, yes!
Congratulations,
And your goodie
man.
bag. Tim, alsjeblieft. And
On the first place, the one and only
Mikael Mouwen. Here we go. That's for you. Symbolic, and this one is physical. Give a big round of applause, guys!
Yes.
Please, can the top 6,
Please stick
top 3
around.
women?
The ladies also join them, please. On stage.
This one's for you. And join on stage. Come on, Yenya.
Yes, we'll have a shower right
There
here.
we go. Shake it.
Yes.
Okay, hide your checks. Hide your checks. 3, 2, 1.
Ah!
Make it rain, guys. That's what we call a victory.
Ladies and gents, Doc Masters 2019.
2018. Next year again, 2020, Doc Masters, our reoccurring event. Big sorry for the front row.
Guys, Nika,
Woo, woo, woo.
Thanks a lot, and the next year I'm here, okay? Yeah!
Thank you very much. You were awesome.